Stadium in Beckley tonight. Video Productions presents exciting high school football. It's a battle in Class AAA. The number 16th ranked Beckley Flying Eagles 5-3 play host to the Oak Hill Red Devils, who are 7-1 and ranked number 11. With Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Chris Farish here on stats and Jackie Moon on camera. And Eric, it's a beautiful night for football on the final Friday of October. You couldn't ask for a better night. The crowd continues to file in, and it's old rivalries getting together with a lot on the line.
Yeah, a lot on the line is right tonight, and a lot on the line, especially for the Beckley Flying Eagles, because if they don't win tonight, they're not going to make their playoffs. So their playoff lives are on life support tonight, so they need to really come up with a big win.
Now, each team has another game after tonight. Beckley has to go on the road and play George Washington at GW next Friday. For the Red Devils, they'll finish up against University. So Oak Hill figures if they can finish out strong and beat Beckley tonight and University next week, they might move into the top 8 and might get a home game, which they might have to play here in Beckley.
Yeah, and that's a lot on the line for them, and you're exactly right with the points that they would accumulate from a win here at Beckley, and then with the University, I think that could get them in the top, probably the top 8, probably the 8th spot.
Both of these teams have played the same 3 common opponents, and both these teams are 2-1. They each lost to Princeton. They've each beaten Bluefield, and they've each beaten Greenbrier East. Now, the last time we saw Beckley, that was 2 weeks ago. Beckley didn't play last week. They're coming off a bye. They lost to Princeton. So do you think that Beckley having a week open where last week Oak Hill played Bluefield, does that matter? Advantage, no advantage? What do you think?
Well, I think that may have came at a good time for Beckley having that bye. After that, big loss to Princeton, they could have a week to really reset, and then a week to focus solely on Oak Hill.
It's senior night here in Beckley as the Beckley's down below us as they're going through some of their warm-ups, making their way off the field. The Red Devils are out warming up. We'll go ahead and take our first break here in the Beckley Auto Mall Dutch Miller pregame show. We'll get you ready for the kickoff at the bottom of the hour between number 11 Oak Hill and number 16 Beckley, streaming here on Video Productions.
Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
And we welcome you back to Van Meter Stadium in Beckley with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. We appreciate Leisure Lanes. Leisure Lanes, one of our sponsors. And it's not too early to think about New Year's Eve. And last year, Eric and I and friends, we had a great time. Eric, did we at the bowling alley New Year's Eve, and we've done it before. And Leisure Lanes has it going on again. So it's not too early to make your reservations. Lanes are filling up now. Give them a call, 304-253-7328. Also at this time, we want to thank the fine folks at Edward Jones, your financial advisor. When you've worked hard for your money like I did, and when you retire like I have, you've got to have future planning, and nothing beats the fine folks at Edward Jones Financial Advisors. You can dial up Heather Cantley at 304-254-9995, or you can dial up Wayne Rhodes at 304-253-7335. Well, Eric, while we're talking about dialing up, what do you think are some of the keys for each of these teams here tonight?
Well, I think defensively, Beckley has to really come out and shore up that passing defense, because Malachi Lewis has been able to pass it, throw it all over the lot against a lot of good teams. So I think that's the major key for Beckley defensively.
And also, I think on the offensive end, Beckley has shown to have big plays with Elijah Redfern and also Waller. Waller and Redfern have produced a big part of the big plays of Beckley's offense.
And I think the one key for Oak Hill is neutralizing Beckley's run game, because Princeton was able to come in here and throttle this Beckley offense like we haven't seen in a long time. I mean, I don't remember the final stats, but I think they only rushed for 49 yards.
I think it was 44.
44 yards, the whole game. And if Beckley can't run, that makes you're able to pin your ears back and go after the quarterback in the passing game.
And, this will be our fourth Beckley game, Eric, that you and I are getting ready to do. In the three previous games, we have seen the development and the growth of one Devin Richardson, the Beckley quarterback. But the one thing that he cannot do tonight, he cannot have 36 pass attempts like he did against Princeton. That is a recipe for disaster if Beckley has to throw that much tonight.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I think that Beckley's going to try to shore up, because you want to pass when you want to, not when you have to in this offense. So, and you're completely right. I think they're going to have to establish that run with the Elijah Waller and that whole stable of backs. And I'm not going to name them all, because 10 to 11 people. I was going to say maybe 10 or 11. So, I mean, but Elijah sticks out in my mind, because we did one game. He had 5 carries and 3 touchdowns.
Right.
So he's the big home run hitter, so to speak, of the running backs. And I think that's one thing that they probably worked on in that bye week, is that offensive line.
And like we said, we've seen the growth of Devin Richardson. He's been outstanding for Beckley. But as a quarterback, I think if he gets 15, probably no more than 18 passes tonight, gives Beckley their best chance to win.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And I think Beckley knows that. And I think Beckley, with Devin Richardson, you and I have had a chance to talk about it was going to be really tough for him coming in. And I think he's exceeded my expectations of him, because he didn't get many snaps on the varsity level, last year. And he came up big in a comeback win against Bluefield. I mean, he had a couple turnovers against Princeton, but he was basically the offense that they against Princeton. So I think he should be coming in with a lot of confidence.
The Red Devils this year have been able to put up a lot of points. In fact, they've put up 40 or more a couple times, but they've been steady, 27, 26, 28 through most of their games for Beckley. And I know it was a really move up in opponents. They got shut out against Huntington, and then 2 weeks ago against Princeton, they got 20 points. So Beckley in their last 2 games, and I know they're talking about 2 really good teams, of only averaging 10 points a game. One thing is key for Beckley, and I think you'll agree, Eric, they've got to play with the lead, because it changes their whole offense when they fall behind.
Yeah, and the dynamic of their offense and is really, really keyed upon or predicated upon them running that football, establishing the run, and dominating the line of scrimmage. When they're not able to do that, when they're really one-dimensional, teams can really go after the quarterback. So I think it's they have to really establish this run in that first quarter.
Beautiful night here in Beckley, senior night. We'll get you ready for the kickoff at the bottom of the hour. We're about 15 minutes away from doing that. We'll take our second break here in the Beckley Auto Mall Dutch Miller pregame show as the pregame rolls on here from Van Meter Stadium in Beckley here on Video Productions.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Football season is starting and the all-star lineup of new Kias are here at Friendship Kia of Beckley. We have the playbook to help you score the big win on your new Kia purchase. We make sure you get the best price with almost all of our new cars priced at invoice. And don't forget, we have one of the largest selections of inventory to help find you that perfect ride. We have a roster full of non-commissioned sales staff and an any reason 7-day exchange program. So get off the bench and get a new Kia from your friends at Friendship Kia of Beckley.
We're dealing.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
The crowd continued to make their way into Van Meter Stadium in Beckley on a beautiful night, the final Friday night of October. And Eric, I'm sure you remember this when you and I were doing radio way back when, 2012, the Friday before Halloween. We did a Beckley game against Capital. It was a very nice night like this. We were up on the top of the press box in Charleston at Capitol. And in fact, I had shorts on that night. That's how nice it was.
You had shorts on.
And then the following Tuesday, we had snow up to our waist.
Yeah, it was 3 feet of snow.
Yes.
On that Tuesday. I'll never forget that.
While we got a minute, we want to squeeze in a couple of our sponsors here, including Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County Sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can dial up the good people at Indoor Air. You're a Amana dealer at 304-890-2212. Also, the fine folks at Cracker Barrel in Beckley and Princeton. And love me some pig. You know, I always talk about Cracker Barrel, Eric, and it's not, can I have bacon or sausage? It's bacon and sausage.
That's right.
Love me some pig at Cracker Barrel.
Pig always goes good with pig. That's for
Well,
sure.
you know, Bill O'Brien is here in the press box with us here tonight. My halftime guest, Tony Jones, is here, former Flying Eagle and member of the Hall of Fame. And, Eric, one of the things that Bill and I was talking about at dinner last night, and I remember this, and ask me how, I don't know, but in 1971, and Bill and I was talking about this, it was the first high school game I ever went to, and it was Beckley and Oak Hill. And at that time, actually Oak Hill was called Collins, not Oak Hill at that time. They only took 2 teams. And Beckley, I do believe, was undefeated. Bill broadcast the game, and Oak Hill upset them. Oak Hill was like 4-5, and they upset them. Of course, Joel Hicks was the coach at Beckley, and Coach Bumgardner was the coach at Collins, and Oak Hill got that big win. Then in 1976, when Tom Mason was the coach of Oak Hill and Pete Curlicerto was the coach at Beckley, they had a big snowstorm in Beckley, and the game got moved from Friday to Saturday to help fix the field, which is across town, the old Van Meter, which is now Bob Pruitt Stadium, beside Park in Beckley. And Beckley was 8-0. They had lost the week before to Bluefield, but even with that loss, and they took 4 teams. All they had to do was beat Oak Hill that night, and Oak Hill beat them, and Oak Hill knocked them out. Now, Beckley has really owned the series overall. But where I'm going with this, here's the case tonight, as we talked about on top. Oak Hill number 11, Beckley 16th. You got to believe that if Oak Hill would win this, and Beckley would probably be knocked out, even if Beckley were to beat George Washington next week.
Yeah, and that's why you're exactly right. And this is a must-win for Beckley because it's going to be tough sledding going to George Washington. You want to defend your home field, and you know Oak Hill wouldn't like nothing better but to knock Beckley out. You know, the last couple of years, you know, I think you did a game when Beckley even got ready here, rode the bus over.
I did that,
you know,
yes,
and jumped off and was ready to go. And I mean, it's a rivalry. These teams really like to get after.
Right. Even though, you know, you're talking about, you know, two different counties, Beckley here in Raleigh County and Oak Hill in Fayette County. You know, Eric, you're only talking about 8 miles difference between the two schools.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Uber ride, as you would say. It's an Uber ride across town, you know, to get to Oak Hill. And this game really brings out the best in both teams. I mean, I'm looking forward to calling this game tonight.
And, of course, in your basketball days, obviously you are good friends with Monty Wright, who's now the athletic director at Oak Hill High School.
Yeah, Monty Wright. You know, it's funny how surreal it is. All this stuff's coming around. And you're talking about Tom Mason. In 76, he coached, and I also played against Tom Mason's Oak Hill Red Devils 3 years.
Back when you played.
Back when I played. So that's when he had Shannon Morrison, you know, who was an all-stater, and we had real good battles against those Tom Mason-led teams.
Yeah, I think no matter who comes out on top here tonight, I think it's going to be a very competitive game, and obviously it'll come down to which team can execute what they do best the best.
And I think there's one other factor that's going to, I think, figure in this game. Both teams have to figure out how they're going to handle the kicking game. You know, we've talked about this the last couple of weeks. Beckley has kicked it deep a couple of times, but I don't like the idea of either one of these teams giving the other offense great field position, whether it's the 35 or the 40-yard line. I mean, you're giving teams with great athletic skills and, you know, a short field. No, I just don't like that part of the game.
Well,
right
you
now.
got to play the percentages. Obviously, making a team go 75 to 80 yards is a less chance of scoring if they only got to go 50 or 45 yards.
Yeah, and we always talk about, you know, when teams factor in statistics, I want to kick it deep, try to pin them, you know, cover the kick, because as you just stated, more plays could result into a turnover or you know, and it shortens the playbook sometimes.
Well, the last game we did, Beckley, here 2 weeks ago, they onside kicked it to start the game, and Princeton, with that high-powered offense, took over 5 plays later, 51 yards. They were in the end zone.
In the end zone, and that's just – you don't want a high-flying, high-powered offense to already – that they can score from anywhere on the field, but to give them, you know, a 50-yard or shorter field, it's just not. So I'm anxious to see how the kicking game is handled.
The Beckley Flying Eagle Band out there performing. The Lassies, I know you have an interest in Lassies. Your daughter Lexi, one of the members of the Lassie team, and they're doing a great job as our viewers can see the band and the Lassies, the flags, everything down there. A great job. Such a beautiful setting on this Friday night for high school football.
Yeah, and you stated you couldn't draw up a better football Friday night. And as Tony and I were driving to the stadium, it was a beautiful full moon, Maris. And, you know, hey, we might see a werewolf or something out here on the field. You know how that happens.
Well, like I said, it was like the derecho when you and I did this back in 2012.
Yes.
And I think it was a full moon that night, and we were in shorts, and then 4 days later, snow up to our waist.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it was on Halloween.
Yeah, it was the weekend of Halloween, yes.
When the snow came.
Yes. So, anyway, their pregame continued to roll on, and we're about 5 or 6 minutes away of getting the game kicked off. We'll take our final Beckley Auto Mall GMC pregame break and get you ready for the opening kickoff between number 11 Oak Hill 7-1 against number 16 Beckley 5-3, streaming here on Video Productions.
Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. At Window World, we are proud to deliver exterior solutions that are beautiful, affordable, and guaranteed for life. We do things the right way. Honest pricing, no gimmicks, and thousands of satisfied customers. Call Window World of Beckley today at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW and have your new windows, siding, and doors before winter. Window World of Beckley, family owned,
nationally known.
And a great job by the Beckley Flying Eagle Band for the national anthem, and we're about 3 minutes away from getting this game started. Senior night, a beautiful night, and Eric, as expected, a good crowd. As we look across the way, a lot of fans from Fayette County, from Oak Hill. I mean, why not follow the team? It's a close drive. You're 7-1, ranked 11th. You got to believe if you're Oak Hill, you come in here, you can end Beckley's playoff chances. And if you're Beckley, you think, hey, you know, we've got a bad taste in their mouth. The last 3 weeks, they've had 2 losses and a bye week. They've had time to kind of regroup, get healthy if they needed. And really, I think Beckley was, for the biggest part, was coming in pretty healthy anyway. And Beckley be ready to go. I think we're in for a great game tonight.
Yeah, I think we're in for an excellent contest. And you're exactly right. You know, if you're Oak Hill, you can increase your playoff standings and you can knock an old rival out. I mean, what better way to do it than on a full moon Friday night and under the nice Friday night lights?
And do it on the road on top of it. So we'll be awaiting the teams to make their way out on the field. One thing tonight, Eric, I don't know if you had a chance to see. I know you got here not as early as you normally get to the stadium, but Beckley will be in all black tonight. They'll have the maroon helmet. And they'll wear the black digs. There's the smoke coming out down below us, waiting on the entrance of the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, and I did get to notice that all black, and I'm sure, you know, and there's another factor in this game that we didn't talk about. You may have said it at the top of the broadcast, but it's senior night as well, so I'm sure those seniors, you know, want to go out with a bang if you're Beckley, and probably picked out these black uniforms to sport this Friday night.
So here are the Flying Eagles making their way out onto the field. As we talked about, all in black, and across the way, the Oak Hill Red Devils will have a black helmet, and they'll be all in white. So the Beckley team, as you mentioned, Eric, senior night, and for the seniors, it's real special because even if Beckley were to make the playoffs, it's probably not going to happen they would ever get a home game. This is probably going to be the final time for these seniors that they'll play a game on this field.
Yeah, and this has been a good group of seniors, you know, they've really stuck with the program, and I'm sure Coach Surratt, you know, really proud of these guys, where they've taken the program, you know, and they got it going in the right direction. And you're exactly right. It's going to be a bittersweet night, and you're already going to have some semblance of sadness in it. I mean, you don't want to add to it by taking an L
by not winning,
your last game.
Of course, to get it ready for the toss of the coin, the white cap tonight is Greg Fournette, good friend of ours and a very good veteran official. And that's what you like for games of this quality. Yes. In fact, Eric, we'll be updating our viewers on scores, but I would think this game would have as much interest around the whole state of West Virginia as any other game.
Yeah, and this is, you know, a lot of teams that are behind Beckley, you know, they'll be checking this score because this will factor in, you know, to the playoff, you know, rotation here in a couple of weeks.
For the Red Devils, they have a new coach this year. Devon Marion is the Red Devils' new coach, and obviously, as I mentioned, his being a new coach his first year, and for Street Surratt, year number 8 for him.
Yeah, and I knew Devon Marion, you know, as a great high school football player at Mount Hope, had a great career at Concord. You best believe he's going to have this Oak Hill team fired up and ready to go.
So we've got the captains out there on the Flying Eagle logo right there at midfield and having the toss of the coin. Beckley has, I think Beckley won the toss. At least I saw Greg Fournette tap the shoulder of Elijah Waller.
Yeah, and you're right about this. This is a veteran crew, playoff experience type of crew.
So let's see. Beckley did win the toss, I do believe. They won the toss, and they want the ball. So they don't defer. You know, normally if you win the toss, you normally defer, but Beckley wants to put their offense out on the field first, so they'll get the ball working right to left.
And as you stated, they probably had that bad taste in their mouth from the last couple, 2 out of 3 weeks with the bye. They've played extremely physical games against Huntington and Princeton.
So we're moments away from getting the ball game started, as both teams with their coaches going over their final instructions before we put it on the tee and get the game underway.
Yeah, and beautiful night, Mayor. So I just can't believe how up and down. This time last week, we were in Summersville.
Oh, and how hard it was raining.
And it was raining like a torrential rainstorm the whole game.
Eric, I just hope that we don't have snow up to our waist on Tuesday.
Yeah, I hope I hope we're not going back to the future.
Yeah.
That type of stuff. But yeah.
By the way, while we got a minute before the kickoff, I want to let you know that Video Productions will be carrying the sectional volleyball tournament, which will take place right across the bleachers over there at Woodrow Wilson High School. And Video Productions will have it. It'll be Beckley, Oak Hill, Greenbrier East, and Princeton. Beckley, the number 1 seed, and it's a two-day tournament, Monday and Wednesday, and we'll have that on Video Productions.
Yeah, so I guess the first day will be 1 versus 4,
and 2 and 3,
and
yes.
then
they'll work it out all the way
Wednesday.
to the finals. And that's being brought to you in part by Massey Power Sports. We appreciate the fine folks at Massey Power Sports. They're also our halftime sponsor as well. So the ball's teed up right in the center of the field, in between the two hashes, and we're about ready to go. Teeing the ball up there will be Jackson Pino, and he's got it teed up, and we are ready to go. But the way he looks like he might try to onside kick this.
Yeah, and this is what we talked about.
He is going to try to onside kick it, and Beckley will field it and get excellent field position. They kind of tipped their hand the way that Pino, the way he kicked that off, and Beckley will have it on their own 45.
And this is what we talked about during our pregame, and no teams kick it deep. No, I don't see a lot of teams kicking it deep. And if you can afford a team, to start at that 45-yard line, I would take that every time.
So Devin Richardson will bring them out. Beckley will start on the far side hash, 1st and 10 on their own 45. And really with that kick, Oak Hill really had no chance to really recover it, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, it was directly to the up man, and he had time to back up and field it. He looked like a shortstop playing. Playing an easy dribbler hit to the shortstop.
We got a stoppage in play before the first game. For the first play. And actually, look at the down marker, how it slid up, something we hadn't seen before.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah. I can see it.
All
right, first play of the game.
Digital.
Yep, out of the shotgun. It's going to be a running play. And that's a nice gain, going to get about 5, maybe 6. Going to give him 5 as Connor Ray will carry the ball and get to midfield, or is that Rakes, I believe?
Yeah, no, that it was Rakes.
Rakes carries the ball for a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5 coming up, the ball right at midfield. And I like that yell that slid up. I think you can see it on our screen across the way, how well lit that is. And that, in my advanced age, Eric, that will definitely help me. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for Beckley. They'll go a tight formation, right the ball at midfield. Richardson up under center. It'll be a running play. And the Red Devils stack it up. Beckley running back, moving his legs and trying to pick up more yardage. Ford was the carrier.
Yeah, that's Bryce Ford, and he is the one that usually between the tackles, right there gets that tough yardage. But look, this is definitely the way that Beckley has ran our offense. This is definitely 2-down territory right here in this area.
So it'll be 3rd and 2 coming up for Beckley. The ball at the Red Devil 47-yard line. Once again, Beckley will go with that tight bunch formation. That's really their power formation. Richardson up under center. They'll run the ball straight ahead, and I don't think they got there. I think Oak Hill will push him back.
His forward progress
He got a good spot.
Yard.
He's still short, but I think he got a really good spot out of that.
It's going to be about a yard short here, and Oak Hill did a great job of stacking 9 people in the box right there and really, really getting a good push. They won the line of scrimmage on that play, and this is a big play in this ball game early, because Beckley, if you win the toss and you receive, you really want to at least flip the field position. And right now, Oak Hill's chomping at the bit on this 4th down.
Well, yeah, you want to be able to take advantage of that good starting field position, as you mentioned. It's 4th and less than a yard, maybe not even a half a yard. And let's see what Beckley will do. Once again, the power formation on 4th down. Richardson with the long count, maybe trying to get him to draw. Offsides. And Richardson will quarterback sneak it. They'll move the pile, and that'll be enough for a Beckley 1st down.
Well, I like how patient. There's a flag that might be this may be a false start, the way Devin Richardson backed out and then got back in. It may be a false start on Beckley.
Well, let's see.
All right.
There's the official. It's a penalty on Beckley, and boy, that's got to hurt, because you pick up a 1st down. You had 4th and a half a yard. Now you're going to be looking at 4th and 6, and now Coach Surratt for Beckley has a decision to make on this first series.
Yeah, because that's going to put it back to your side of the field, or right at the 50.
Yeah, let's see as they mark it off. It should go, as you mentioned, Eric, across midfield. Unless it's one of them 4.5-yard penalties that we've seen before.
We've seen 6-yard and a 4.5, yeah.
So they're going to put the ball on the 49, their own 49, and Beckley's going to keep their offense and go for it. They're going to need about 5.5 yards to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, but this is one of those predictable downs. As you see, Oak Hill's going to shade the safety over here to Elijah in the slot.
There's a pass, and it's caught for a 1st down as Waller. It's a bullet. That was a beautiful throw by Richardson, and Waller hauls it in for a 1st down at the Red Devil 39.
Well, as you can see right here, they ran double slants right here, and Elijah Redfern takes both the corner and the safety, and that ball was thrown on the money, on target right there.
That was a beautiful throw.
Yeah, but if you're Oak Hill, you had the situation you wanted, because I said Beckley needs to throw when they want to, not when it's predictable, and Oak Hill just didn't come up with the play right there.
So a new package down for Beckley. 1st and 10 at the Red Devil 39-yard line. Opening series of the ball game. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Barris Lowry, Eric Thomas, Chris Farish with stats. Heavy hitter producing and directing. Richardson takes the shotgun snap. Has time. Throws down the middle of the field. It's caught. And another big play. The ball's out, and they'll say incomplete. The hit jarred it loose, as it looked like that Redfern was going to haul that in, Eric, but a big hit knocks the ball out.
Yeah, Malachi Lewis right there playing safety, and he does what a safety is supposed to do. This ball is thrown right on target, and Elijah Redfern makes the catch, not able to make a step, so didn't make a football move, so it falls incomplete.
Yeah, the hit by Malachi Lewis jarred the ball free.
Right on time. I mean, that was perfect timing. You know, both good plays both ways. Great pass, great catch, but even better defense.
2nd and 10 for Beckley at the Oak Hill 39. Man in motion. It'll be a running play. They go up inside, and the Red Devils are all over that. That's going to go for no yards.
Red Devils are, up to the task right there. I see outside linebacker Matthias Spack. Spack laid the smack on that play right there.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Is no gain on the play. So big play here for both teams early in the ball game.
Yeah, predictable passing down here though. This is where if you're drawing it up and you're Oak Hill, this is where you want this Beckley offense, 3rd and long.
Yeah, and if Oak Hill really going to come in here and pull this upset, they've got to get off the field on plays like this on 3rd and long.
This is different though. The middle of the field is wide open right here if you're Beckley, where Oak Hill's probably going to call a timeout.
And there will be a timeout called. And let's see who called it. You're right. Oak Hill saw it because you were all over it, Eric, as Beckley came out with a new look that the Red Devils haven't seen. They were running trips to the near side.
And they had one to the boundary.
Right, and the Red Devils said, well, wait a minute. We got the middle of the field open, and we got to call a timeout.
That was going to be dangerous right there. I mean, middle of the field, any kind of post or any kind of go would have been great in that.
While we got a minute, I want to tell you about the fine folks at Leisure Lanes. It is not too early to make your reservations for New Year's Eve. We've got the bowling happening over there at Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Dial them up, 304-253-7328. Also want to tell you about the fine folks at Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County Sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can dial up your Amana dealer, the fine folks at Indoor Air, at 304-890-2212. Well, Eric, out of the timeout, and I think the Oak Hill coaches were on it just like you were to say, wait a minute, I hadn't seen this before.
Yeah, because right here, and I think if you're Beckley, you come out in that same formation, and look what Oak Hill did. Now they have two safeties. They have a safety a safety high, about, 10 yards off the ball, and they have the other safety, Malachi Lewis, about 7 yards off the ball, which is going to take away that slant.
Richardson with the shotgun snap, throws the ball deep, got a man out there, and it's caught.
That was a good pass.
A beautiful throw, and it is Redfern that makes the catch down inside the 5. First and goal, Beckley at the Red Devil 3.
And then right here, if you see on the replay, but look, up front, the closest person to him was his own tackle, and this is a dime, throws it right where it needs to be, drops it in the bucket, and Beckley's cooking with gas right now on this first drive of the evening.
Yeah, beautiful throw by Richardson, and Redfern able to haul it in. First and goal, Beckley at the Red Devil 3-yard line. Now you figure Eric Beckley will go with their heavy package and just try to maybe run the ball and use that big offensive line.
But here's where you can't get drive-killing plays. You know, Beckley's been known to be prone to have penalties right here in this area.
Well, they go up the middle, and they'll get 2 on the play, get the ball to the 1-yard line, and bring up second and goal from the 1. But you got to think, obviously, you got 3 more chances, and with that big offensive line, you figure they're going to put their have the tight formation and just try to plow the ball into the end zone.
It's going to be heavies on heavies because
heavy jumbo,
because Oak Hill's stacking that that interior right here. And the only other thing I would do right here, stick it in the gut, bootleg with the quarterback.
And they're going to run it. And do they get across the goal line? It looks like they might, and they do. That's a Beckley touchdown. So a very impressive drive, and we talked about it on top, Eric. Beckley getting the short field, able to go 55 yards in 9 plays. And really, I couldn't tell who got the ball inside of all that mass humane there. Who did carry the ball right there? I still can't see who gets the 1-yard run. You'll have to help me out with that.
Yeah, I have to do some better spotting because I couldn't see that one. Right here is see if Beckley can tack on this extra point.
Extra point is up, and it looks good, and it is good. So with 7:29 remaining in the opening quarter, it's Beckley 7, Oak Hill coming to bat. We'll be right back right after this on Video Productions.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
That was a very impressive drive by the Flying Eagles. After the short kickoff, Eric, Beckley able to go 55 yards in 9 plays. They get a 1-yard touchdown run from Connor Ray, the PAT good. 7-0 the Beckley lead. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Nothing tastes as good in a blue can as Pepsi.
Yeah, I have some nice cold Pepsis on ice for after the game. You know, your vocal cords are a little stressed after all this yakking, so I'm looking forward to that.
And I'm sure Tony Jones will help you drink those nice blue cans.
Yeah, he's a big fan of Pepsis.
Yes, as we all are. So here's now Beckley set to kick it off. And, Eric, I think you'll agree, after having a nice drive like that, I think if you're Beckley, you want to kick it deep. You don't want to onside kick it and give Oak Hill a shot like that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Maris, I don't know. I think that they may try to pooch it.
Here comes the kick, and it's a line drive. It might go out of bounds. Oak Hill's not going to let it try to go out of bounds. And the Red Devils, that's good coverage, as the Red Devils run the kick back to the 20-yard line. So that's how you do it in good coverage by Beckley.
Yeah, and that's what you need to do. Try to make this high-flying, powerful offense that Oak Hill has. You want to make them try to drive the length of the field. There's one thing we didn't mention about that Oak Hill defense. That is the first score on the Oak Hill defense because they shut Bluefield out. For the first time, Bluefield got shut out last week since 2004. So that is a big defensive performance.
So it'll be the Red Devils coming up with Malachi Lewis on the 20-yard line, and it'll be a running play. And I had a complete roster here and everything of Oak Hill, and I don't seem to have it. I think when there were other media up here taking pictures of it, I don't know what happened to it.
It's right here, sir. I got you.
Oh, there you go. And we got a 5-yard gain on first down. So appreciate my partner for picking me up on that.
They give you that assist.
I didn't see who carried the ball, but they did move it out for a 5-yard pickup.
I didn't get the chance to talk about the difference in the defense. You see who's playing the safety right now for Woodrow, as he missed the tackle right there, Elijah Redfern has been moved back into the safety position.
J.D. Moritz with a nice carry and picks up a first down for the Red Devils, gets the ball out to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, this guy has a nice size and tough to bring down, as he's listed at, at 6 foot, right at 205. The junior picks up a chunk as they move the sticks.
Yeah, 10-yard carry for Moritz. And I did get the correct pronunciation of his name. I made sure I did that when I was doing my homework this afternoon. 6.5 remaining opening quarter. Beckley scored on their opening drive, lead the game 7-0. Trips here to the near side. Lewis will have the ball to Moritz again, and he breaks a tackle, but he doesn't gain a whole lot. He crosses the 35, maybe a yard, perhaps the 37. Let's see where they put him down at. Give him a 1-yard gain, it looks like.
Yeah, and one thing you have to do if you're Beckley, you really have to tackle. That's one thing that they didn't do well against the Princeton team, and the Princeton running back, who is a stud. He ran roughshod over Beckley a couple weeks ago.
So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Red Devils. They run twin receivers here to the near side. They're going to run the ball up the middle again, and falling forward for a yard or two once again is Moritz. He didn't get much.
Be a little laundry right there. I think that's going to be a hold. Usually where it's thrown at in the interior of the line, I think you're going to maybe push Oak Hill back here.
Well, if it is holding, Beckley's choice would be 3rd and long or 2nd down and even longer.
I would say I would decline it.
Waiting for the officials to give the indication. As we mentioned, the white cap tonight, Greg Fournette, very veteran crew, and still haven't seen an indication, and waiting for the referee now to do so. It's going to be against Beckley. Be a personal foul against Beckley. Face mask.
Face mask, okay.
So they'll tack 15 on to the end of the run, and it'll be a first down for the Red Devils.
Well, a big break for Oak Hill, and that puts them on their side of the field, the plus side of the field, for the first time tonight.
Yep, at the Beckley 49. So a 15-yard penalty. So the Red Devils have put together back-to-back first downs, and they'll scrimmage 1st and 10 at the Flying Eagle 49-yard line. Malachi Lewis, the quarterback. Twin receivers to each side. He takes the shotgun snap, throws the ball deep, got one-on-one coverage, and it's broken up. Nice defensive play that time by the Flying Eagle defender that time.
That was
on
Staples.
That
was MJ Staples, and he does a great job of getting there and getting his hand, through the receiver's hands, and that was great defense. Great pass as well.
Yeah.
This ball was right on the money.
50-50 ball, and you're right. Staples does a great job breaking that up. So on the incompletion, the clock will stop exactly at 5.5 remaining in the opening quarter. Beckley scored on its first possession. It went 55 yards and 9 plays, got a 1-yard run from Connor Ray, the PAT good. Beckley leading 7-0. 2nd down. Here's going to be a running play for the Red Devils. The ball might be out. It didn't look like maybe there was a clean exchange a very short gain.
No, I think you're exactly right. The ball came out, and I think Oak Hill was able to get up on it.
And actually, they're going to lose a yard.
Yes,
yeah.
The ball came out. That was a good eye, and he was just able to recover it for, a 2-yard loss?
1 yard back to
loss.
midfield. So it brings up 3rd and 11 for the Red Devils. The ball right at midfield on the far side hash.
And this all year has been
a tough down for
Beckley. Greenbrier East, 3rd and picked up continual.
Princeton,
3rd and 11.
Games we've done,
Princeton.
Yes.
I mean, this has been a trouble down, but I like the way the safety, Redfern here, is off that ball a little bit, and as they bring the heat.
They do bring the pressure. Lewis is in trouble, and he's sacked. The ball's out, and I think Beckley got it. That ball was fumbled forward, and Oak Hill looks like they did get back on it. And actually, they got a gain as the ball went forward, and it'll be 4th down coming up for the Red Devils. The line of scrimmage was midfield. This will now, Eric, be at the 46-yard line of Beckley.
So 4th and 6, as way more manageable as you have a sack and that ball comes out. Great heads-up play on this drive by Oak Hill, because as they've had a chance to turn the ball over twice and able to get over their own fumbles.
Yeah, it was
on their own fumbles.
Good job, Beckley, dialing up pressure that time.
Yeah, and it was the right kind of pressure, but I like the way the safeties of Beckley are playing right now. They have a chance.
So on 4th down, they've got to get inside the 40 of Beckley to the 39. Beckley looks like they're bringing heat, and they do. Lewis is in trouble. He's scrambled. He's got some running room. As Beckley loses contain, is he going to get a first down? He is, with a good hard run down to the Beckley 31. And when you bring heat and you don't get to him and you lose containment, Malachi Lewis not only can beat you with his arm but with his legs, as he showed you there.
A great job of showing his elusiveness right here. Malachi Lewis does a great job, and once he gets in that open field, he knows what to do with it. And Beckley dialed up the heat. Oak Hill was able to deal with the pressure, and now they're in not quite in the red zone.
Yep, at the 31 of Beckley. That's a 15-yard carry that time for Malachi Lewis to move the sticks. So that's the third first down on this drive. 1st and 10, Oak Hill at the Beckley 31. Twins to each side. Now they put a man in motion, going heavy to the far side. They'll run the ball up inside, and that's not going to get much. The ball's out, and Beckley's got it this time. Oak Hill was living on borrowed time as they fumbled 2 previous times, and now the ball pops out and Beckley's on it.
Yeah, so that was the third fumble of this drive. No, 4th. They had 2 by the running back, 1 by the quarterback, and right here.
So Beckley turns them away as they pick up a fumble, and Beckley will take over on their own 34-yard line.
And if you're Beckley, you would like nothing better to the string a great drive here together and try to get up 2 scores on this Oak Hill Red Devil team.
So from the 34, Richardson will work from the shotgun. They got a little bit of a tight formation, near side hash. Richardson will hand it off. It's a running play. That's forward, and they'll move the pile across the 40, and a good gain on first down.
Yeah, a great gain, and I like running out of this offensive set, Maris. As you said, Beckley likes to get in a tight formation, but I think now they're doing a good job of using their talent to spread out that defense and create some running lanes based on, how the defense is aligned.
Yeah, they picked up 7 yards on first down. 2nd and 3 for Beckley on their own 41.
I'm telling you can watch right here. There's man coverage on the outside or the bottom of the screen.
Richardson takes the shotgun snap. He goes right where you said he was, Eric, and that's a nice play after the reception. A nice yak by Elijah Redfern. It'll be a Beckley first down, but you were all over that. They had enough cushion and an easy pitch and catch.
I mean, if you're going to play soft on the corner, I would do that all night. And I know coaches, you want to run your playbook, but if I see that as a quarterback, I'm coming up and throwing that. You could probably ask our halftime guest about that, because he was a good quarterback here, at Beckley.
And that is Tony Jones you're speaking of, Beckley Football Hall of Famer. We'll have him at the break. Beckley on the move with the first down on their own 48. Coming up close to 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Richardson from the gun takes the snap. Will throw short. It's caught. It looked like it'll be a wide receiver screen, and Waller makes the catch. And he gets a couple out to midfield.
Yeah, but that's that tunnel screen, and I like that better. That the way you throw it as the wide receiver is coming back towards the line of scrimmage, and that gives him a chance to make a move after he catches the ball. As Beckley has been subbing freely here in this first quarter.
2nd and 8 coming up for Beckley. The ball right at midfield, right there between the hashes, right on the logo. Coming up on a minute and a half remaining here in the opening quarter. Beckley leads 7-0. Richardson up under center this time. And it'll be a running play. And there's some good yardage. And gets to the Red Devil 45-yard line is Connor Ray. So it's going to bring up 3rd and short.
I'll tell you one thing I've noticed about Connor Ray. He covers that ball up old school John Riggins style when he carries it. He's not trying to give up a fumble.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 3, and these are the kind of, if you're Beckley, this is how you make a living, by being in 3rd and 3 situations.
Yeah, this is where your bread is buttered right here. You want to rely on those big guys up front, get a good push to try to pick this up.
So Richardson, he will work from the shotgun with twin receivers to the far side. From the Red Devil 45, they need 3 on 3rd down. Richardson takes the snap with time. And the ball was almost picked up, and it is. It's deflected down the far side, inside the 40, inside the 30, inside the 20, and all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's a pick, and that is Elijah Gray on a deflection, able to get the interception, and Oak Hill's in business with the return.
Yeah, and that was just one of those things where you get a little too greedy right here. You throw, and it gets tipped. The linebacker got great depth as he tips it, and the safety picks up, or maybe corner picks up that interception, and he does a great job of weaving his way down into the Beckley red zone.
Down to the Beckley 13, as that was Gray who was able to get that deflection for the pick, and he almost took it to the house, and a big swing in momentum.
Yeah, a big swing in momentum, and the turnover battle now is even, but Oak Hill could really cash in with the points off a turnover here.
So 1st and 10 for the Red Devils at the Beckley 13 with 34 seconds left in quarter number 1. Malachi Lewis, the quarterback, surveys the defense. Takes the shotgun snap. It's a run all the way. He's got the edge. He's down inside the 10 and got a nice gain before they run him out of bounds on the far side. So I'm not going to say it, Eric, but it could be the final play of the first quarter. Let's see where they put him down at. Put him down at the 9-yard line. Give him 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down, and like I said, I don't think that Oak Hill's going to hurry up and run a play, and they won't. That's the end of the first quarter. At the end of 1, we got a good one, as we knew we would have. It's Beckley 7, but Oak Hill driving. We'll be right back after this 1-minute break here on Video Productions.
Football season is starting, and the all-star lineup of new Kias are here at Friendship Kia of Beckley. We have the playbook to help you score the big win on your new Kia purchase. We make sure you get the best price with almost all of our new cars priced at invoice. And don't forget, we have one of the largest selections of inventory to help find you that perfect ride. We have a roster full of non-commissioned sales staff and an any reason 7-day exchange program. So get off the bench and get a new Kia from your friends at Friendship Kia of Beckley.
We're dealing.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
And we welcome you back to Van Meter Stadium in Beckley with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Nick Eskins producing and directing, Jackie Moon on camera, Chris Farish with stats. And Eric, as we start the second quarter, we'll flip ends. The play will happen basically in front of us. It'll be 2nd down for the Red Devils at the 9. They can get a first down at the 3. So it's 6 for a first down and 9 for the touchdown. First play of the second quarter.
And I look for them to run out of this right here. With their good running back, he's been picking up 5-6 yards.
And Lewis will keep it himself. He's got room. He gets down to the 6-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
He just got tripped up, or that was a touchdown. That was a nice play on the read option as Malachi Lewis was able to keep it. And I think he would have hit pay dirt had he kept his footing.
You're right. When he first started running, I thought, wow, the hole was opening up, and somebody from Beckley was able to reach out and just get hit by the ankle and just enough to put him on the ground. Actually, he only got to the 7.
Yeah, so this is definitely 2-down territory, but look for Beckley to really come bring some heat right here, try to get to the quarterback before he's able to.
It's a running play, and that's going to be very close to first down.
I think he's going to be about a yard short.
I think he's going to be short. So it's going to be 4th and a yard for the first down and 4 for the touchdown. They got to get to the 3-yard line. It's 4th and short.
Yeah, if I look for Oak Hill maybe to utilize a hard count right here, because Beckley's been known to jump in the neutral zone and try to pick up it that way. Boy,
20.
That's a yard.
It's a good yard.
It's a good yard.
20 on the play clock, 15. Oak Hill in no hurry. They've already used 1 timeout. They break the huddle with 11 on the play clock. On 4th down, a very big play in this game. Twin receivers to each side. 5 on the play clock. The play clock's running down. They snap it. Lewis, he goes up inside. He's got the first down. And it'll be 1st and goal for Oak Hill. They had to get to the 3, and he gets to the 2.
Yeah, and good play. Just keep it the ball in the hands of Malachi Lewis, and he does a good job of getting it up in there and with 4 fresh downs here to score.
Actually, they spot him right back at the 3, and they're going to have a measurement. But it looked like he had plenty for the first down. And where the ball is, Eric, I'm not exactly sure he got it, but he looked like he did just watching it live.
We're going to see.
As we watch the replay we have another screen here, which we can watch the replay. I know you at home can't, but as Eric, you and I do, it looked like he clearly got the first down. So let's see what the chain gang will do as they stretch the chains. And it is a first down. And actually, it was a first down easily when they brought the chains out.
Yeah.
But even though they put him at the 3, I thought he got to the 2.
Yeah, it looked like it was a first and goal from the 2. And that actually just helped. If you're Oak Hill, they were able to, go to the side, get some extra encouragement right here as they're looking to tie the game up early here in the second quarter.
And Eric, looks like what they may do is just trying to spread Beckley out, maybe run Lewis. That's what they've had success with that down here near the goal line, and that's what they're going to do. Lewis has a seam. He gets to the goal line. I don't think he's in. He's just shy of the goal line.
Yeah, and they're going to put him right at the 1 or just inside the 1 here.
And that's what I say, Eric. They've got twins to each side, top and bottom of the screen. So your defenders got to go with them, and that gives you some running lanes up inside.
Just creates natural running lanes. And right now, this turnover is looming big. The Beckley offense was able to induce a turnover from Oak Hill, but did nothing with it. And now Oak Hill is about ready to cash in on the Beckley.
At the 1, second and goal. Lewis from the gun takes the snap, follows. He's blocking. He's into the end zone now for a Red Devil touchdown. I'm waiting for the officials to signal touchdown, and now they do. And after the turnover, after Gray had the big pick, Oak Hill able to need only 6 plays to go 13 yards as Malachi Lewis finishes off the drive with a 1-yard run and gets the Red Devils within 1.
Yeah, 6 plays, 13 yards, and that's just what, Oak Hill needed to get back in this game. Now the extra point looming.
It'll be Pino set to try to add on the 7th point to tie the game. The snap is low. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 9:41 remaining in the first half, your new score is Beckley 7, Oak Hill 7. We'll be right back after this break on Video Productions.
Game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
We welcome you back into Van Meter Stadium in Beckley, and with 9:41 left in the half, your new score now is the Red Devils have tied it up 7-7 after an interception by Gray for Oak Hill, and he had a tremendous run back. Oak Hill started on the Beckley 13. 6 plays later, they're in the end zone with Malachi Lewis. PAT good, and we're all leaving at 7. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Nothing tastes good in a blue can as an ice cold Pepsi. Well, now, Eric, the Red Devils have the momentum. I think if you're Oak Hill, I don't think you want to try an onside kick like they did to start the game. You think they would kick it deep.
Yeah, kick it deep, and the way your defense was able to create a turnover here and just let your guys play up front. And the defensive backs did a great job, and the linebackers on that last possession for Oak Hill.
So Pino's got it teed up right between the hashes. 9:41 left in the opening half on a beautiful night here in Beckley, the senior night here at Van Meter Stadium. Here comes the kick. It's a squib kick to the far side. Beckley's going to get great field position up over the 40. As that is Waller who able to take that kick. So great field position for Beckley to start this drive, Eric, on their own 41.
Yeah, and once again, Beckley has great field position. Let's see what they can do after that turnover, and Oak Hill was able to cash it in and tie it up.
They're actually going to give him the 42, and that's where Beckley will start their third possession. First possession, they went 55 yards and 9 plays for the touchdown. Their last possession, they threw an interception, and now the third time here starting on their own 42. On the far side hash, 1st and 10 Beckley. They'll work from the gun. Richardson. 4 on the play clock. Takes the snap. And Richardson keeps it himself. That was a nice zone read as he put the ball in the belly of the running back and then took off with it and gets a nice gain on first down.
Yeah, good gainer. And he got down, and he's lucky he got down quick because Oak Hill, I didn't see the player. All I saw was a blur trying to take Richardson out of the game right there.
But positive yardage for Beckley on first down, and that's the key. He got 6 yards on the play.
Yes, and that's one of those things that Devin Richardson needs to, add to his arsenal right there because we know what he can do through the air. He needs to start using his legs just a little more.
Coming up under the 9-minute mark of the opening half, game tied at 7. 2nd and 4 for Beckley on their own 48-yard line. From the shotgun, Richardson takes the snap. It's a running play right up the middle. That's forward, and he looks like he's going to have enough for a Beckley first down across midfield. And let's see where they put him down at. I thought he got a first down, and it looks like he does.
Yeah, I think the way they're spotting it, it's a first down. Another move the chains right there for Beckley.
So they'll put the ball at the Red Devil 47-yard line, and that'll be a first down for Beckley. Flying Eagles in no hurry, 8.5 remaining in the first half. We'll have Eric to update you on some scores here when we get a minute. Most of the games, Eric, around the state of West Virginia kick at 7. Of course, we kicked here at 7:30. First and 10 for the Red Devils.
I have a few local scores dialed up after this.
We'll get that in first minute for sorry, Eric. We'll get that in a minute. Here's Beckley from the Red Devil 47, a running play. And that's going to be a hard run. Staples on the carry as he gets the ball down inside the 45 to the Red Devil 44. I think you got some scores.
Yeah, right now locally, Independence is hosting Wyoming East. It's 20-0 Independence in the first quarter. Shady Springs on the road at Liberty Raleigh, and Shady Springs up 15-8 at halftime in that contest.
Of course, Shady comes in number 16, defending AA champion Independence number 14.
Yeah, and both of those teams, just want to get in. I know Independence doesn't care where they're at. They just want to get in and have a chance to defend that state championship.
At the Red Devil 44, second down for Beckley. Richardson takes the snap. It's going to be Staples, and he's snowed under. The Red Devils were able to shoot the gap. No running room at all for Staples on that play.
Yeah, and that time they tried to do that double inside handoff, and Oak Hill won the war up front, and that was almost another turnover by that Beckley offense.
Yeah, the loss will go back to the 48-yard line, and it's going to bring up third and long here. They're going to need 10 yards, a full 10 yards to keep the drive going here on third down as we come up under 7 minutes for the half.
And that play was blown up, Maris, by defensive tackle Braden Knight. He's a 6'3", 320-pound sophomore.
So let's see what Beckley will cook up here on 3rd and 10. They're going to go trips here to the near side. Richardson works from the shotgun. Takes the shotgun snap. Pressure comes. He dials it up. Got a man there, and it's going to be picked. No, it goes right through the hands of the defender, right into the hands of the Beckley receiver. That ball should have been intercepted, and I guess that's what you call living good as Staples able to haul that in.
Yeah, and that was I think that was maybe Redfern.
Was it Redfern? I thought it was Staples that
caught
that.
Off the deflection. Yeah, it was Redfern. Yeah. Elijah Redfern able to be Johnny on the spot right there, and I tell you what, Devin Richardson got away with another one, because if that ball had been intercepted, that was streaking down the sideline, would have been Oak Hill's Elijah Gray, and that would have been his second pick of the game.
That's a 20-yard completion and a Beckley first down, and that should have been intercepted. So right now, 1st and 10 for Beckley. Richardson rolls the pocket. He's in trouble.
What a move there.
He spins, throws the ball into traffic, and it's caught by Ray. There's a penalty flag here on the near side.
67 for the Beckley offense was downfield. It's going to be this.
Yeah, Richardson tried to keep the play alive as long as he could with his scrambling ability. As we watch the replay, and you can't see the penalty that happened here on the near side.
Okay, see.
And you're right. There's a Beckley lineman way downfield.
Yeah. Take your pick, 67, 74.
So waiting 82. For the officials to sort it out. But nevertheless, as you mentioned, what a nice stop and kind of little spin move that time by Richardson.
He does what quarterbacks should do. His eyes are always down the field. But the linemen do what in a scrambling situation? Yep. They're going to get.
You were all over it. That was your yellow flag you threw out the window.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get it back, but you were all over that one. So the penalty will negate what would have been a Beckley first down.
And that's going to put them behind the chains here.
And they'll take the ball back, Eric, back over the 30 to the 31 and make it 1st and 13.
And I think if you're Beckley, you just want to try here on this first down. Let's try to pick up, this 5 yards that we lost. You don't want it all at once. And right here on a turning second quarter clock, you want to try to cash this in, because Oak Hill receives the ball after halftime.
So trips here to the near sideline. Richardson takes the snap, goes right up the middle, and they yank him down inside the 30, about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, and I like that quarterback draw. I think Richardson could hold it for one more tick and let those linemen rush upfield just a little more, and he may have ran that for a touchdown.
They'll give him the 27. Now, they've got 3rd down, but it should be 2nd down, because I don't think you lose it. You don't lose it down. And even though the down marker across the way lit up says 3rd down, it's actually 2nd down.
2nd down. And I think the refs are going to get together on this one, because the down marker is definitely not right.
Right. So if you're a player as a coach, you can't go by the down marker because it is not correct. It should be second down because they would get the down over with the penalty that they had. So
yeah, the scoreboard has it right, 2nd and 12, and as they've changed it.
So now, as we figured it out, we were on top of it, and it'll be a second down play for Beckley at the Red Devil 27. They'll go empty this time. 5 wide receivers in the pattern. Trips to the bottom of the screen. They force Richardson out of the pocket. He throws a bullet, and there's a penalty flag, and I think they get the Red Devils Elijah Gray for pass interference.
Yeah, I think he got there maybe a tick early.
As they try to get the ball to Waller, as we watch the replay, that was a bullet too. That was like – so the flag is out. And waiting for the call. I said this is a veteran crew. Still haven't given a signal. They mark off the penalty. We think it's going to be pass interference. And it'll be a 15-yard penalty. And on the penalty, that'll put the ball down inside the 15. They'll put it at the 14-yard line. And from the 14, it'll be a first down for Beckley.
And right now, I think, well, no, I thought Beckley might go back to that tight formation, but Oak Hill's doing a good job up front in that running formation. And Beckley right here.
Here's Richardson up the middle. They went empty. Richardson gets the ball down to the 10-yard line. Got 4 on the play.
And you know what that does, Maris, right there with Richardson running it? These linebackers are going to have to really play honest, and that's going to open up, the middle of the field a little bit because they're fanning. What they're doing, they're trying to take away any slant, any kind of post, and that's the correct play call.
That's kind of like what Oak Hill did on their drive when they spread everybody out and ran Malachi Lewis right up inside. So it'll be second down. Beckley has the ball at the 10. So it'll be 6 for the first down, 10 for the touchdown. They'll go up under center this time with Richardson, puts a man in motion. They're going to run the ball to Jones up in middle. He was the man in motion in a very short gain, maybe a yard, maybe 2, but tough sledding up the gut there.
Tough sledding right there. At the teeth of this Oak Hill defense, as we stated, they were able to slow down the Bluefield running game, in 2 weeks ago. Well, last week as they shut them out 25-0. It's just real tough sledding in the middle of that Oak Hill defense.
So the ball's at the 8, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 4. 4 for the first down, 8 for the touchdown.
And this is one of these possessions where, they've used Elijah Waller, mostly as a, wide out. He's not touched the ball, in the running game.
So here they go empty with Richardson out of the gun. Takes the shotgun snap. Pressure comes, throws a slant, and it's off the hands of the receiver. And now decision time for Surratt. And with the kicker they have, Eric, I think we'd agree you want points out of this drive. I think they'll probably attempt a field goal.
I think Richardson would like to have this back. This is one that you have to put on the numbers, just a tad high. If he puts that right on the numbers, that's 6. So get it down, and they knuckleballed it through. So that was all on the holder right there.
Yeah, that drive started after a short kickoff by Oak Hill on their own 42, and 11 plays later, Beckley regains the lead with the field goal. So with 3:13 left in the half, Beckley leads 10-7. 1st and 10, Oak Hill on their own 21. Lewis takes the snap. It's going to be a running play, and that's not going to go anywhere. In fact, that one's going to lose yardage as Beckley was all over it. I said they started on the 21. Actually, it's the 14. I beg your pardon.
So with Beckley, Maris has 2 timeouts left, correct?
That is correct.
So if you get a stop here on this down, you may want to kill the clock and have 1 timeout, and you maybe force them to punt and still have 1 timeout.
We lost our internet there for a minute. I actually said 21, then I said 14. I wasn't right on either one. It actually started, the drive started on the 16-yard line. 3rd time's the charm, and I got it right now.
Oh, it's man coverage up at the top of the screen here for Oak Hill. Look for
Pressure
him, try
comes.
to take advantage of it.
Lewis in trouble. Down he goes. As they get to Lewis, you're right, Eric, they had the man coverage, but Beckley brought enough defenders, and they were able to get to Malachi Lewis and make the sack.
I think I would have called a timeout right there. That's just me.
Clock still running, coming up on the 2:10 mark and moving. The ball will go back inside the 10. The ball goes back to the 8-yard line. So for the Red Devils, they got to go out past the 25. They got to get out to the 26-yard line to keep this drive. And now Beckley will call the timeout, Eric, that you said 15 seconds ago. They now take it at the 2-minute mark.
That would have been one of those things. Immediately call that timeout because you have them, where they're going to have to punt it to you. And you may be able to tack on another score here before halftime.
Coming up on the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show, we'll recap what's been a very good first half of this game. We'll have scores from other game, and I'll have a special halftime guest, former Flying Eagle quarterback from the class of 95, but he played in the fall of 94, and I broadcast these games on radio, Tony Jones, and he'll be our halftime guest here in another 2 minutes. But, Eric, this game, actually, I thought we might have a little more scoring, but it's been played very competitively.
We've been together so long, You're in my thoughts because right now you can tell this game it's been played tight just a little bit.
High-level
everybody knows
game,
the stakes, and like we said, this is a playoff game. And on the other end of things, both defenses really are saying, we're stopping the run. You're going to have to beat me over top. Oak Hill's really done a good job, in the middle of that first quarter through the second quarter, stopping the run.
One of the big keys in the first half, Eric, of course, Gray got that pick, but he almost had another pick, and that ball went through his hands, and Beckley got the reception, and it allowed Beckley to get the field goal.
Yeah, and, like you said, Redfern was just Johnny on the spot right there. And right here, if you're Beckley, you can't afford to give up a 3rd and 19.
Yep, it's going to be Lewis to try to run the ball.
Uh-oh.
And now here they come out to the edge, and that's going to be close to a first down, and they might have it. I think they do.
He has the first down.
On the carry that time was Malachi Lewis. They didn't have contained Beckley, and as soon as you said that, you can't give that up. They do, and a huge first down for the Red Devils as they lost contain, and Lewis able to tuck it under. He got a nice block downfield and made a couple of guys miss and picks up a first down.
Yeah, that last one Flying Eagle player that he made miss enabled him to get the first down. And you're breathing a sigh of relief if you're Oak Hill right there, because you were pinned back and about to give the ball back over to Beckley. So now I think Beckley would just play it out here as they take another timeout maybe.
Oak Hill may have taken that with a minute and a half remaining in the half. Oak Hill does take the timeout. But that was a 21-yard gain from the 8 out to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and right now Malachi Lewis is probably – we'll have the stats here at halftime, is the leading rusher for Oak Hill as he's hurt Beckley with his legs twice on 3rd down.
Well, that's the one thing. Both of these quarterbacks are very all-purpose quarterback. Richardson has had the more success maybe throwing the ball, but Richardson can beat you with his legs. But Malachi Lewis can beat you through the air, but also, as he's shown, can beat you with his legs.
He's crafty with it, too. He doesn't look too rushed.
He's
Malachi
not real
Lewis.
fast. He's very under control,
that's what I'm saying.
very calm,
he takes
very
with the
poised.
defense. He's very poised. And I think that's that very good basketball player, too. And that's why I love dual sports, athletes. A lot of people try to specialize in high school. I think you're better all-around athlete if you play multiple sports.
Playing football helps you better for basketball.
Yes.
Playing basketball helps you better for football or any other sport that you might participate in. So out of the timeout, the Red Devils have a new package of downs, 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line.
Look for them to try to exploit this man coverage with A.J. Thomas for Beckley up top at the top of your screen. This is definitely – and they flood it with the wheel route is wide open.
Lewis down the middle, and it's caught. Crosses midfield, carries a Beckley defender all the way inside the 40. That's a beautiful connection. And making the catch for the Red Devils that time is Matthias Spack. Able to haul that in a first down at the Beckley 39.
See, that was man coverage. You know what? Oak Hill did a great job of making the defense recognize the Gray ran across the formation, and he was wide open streaking down the sideline, but Malachi Lewis had to take what the defense gave him right there across the middle.
22-yard connection. Oak Hill not in any hurry. We're coming up on a minute remaining in the opening half. 1st and 10, Red Devils at the Beckley 39. Lewis takes the snap. Going to be a running play. They got the edge. Big gainer. Still on the move all the way down inside the Beckley 15-yard line. A huge run that time for the Red Devil running back. And that was James Green on a carry.
Yeah, and James Green showed some speed as he was able to get to edge, and he was, bobbing and weaving through the Beckley defense. And this is really, a huge momentum swing. You went from 3rd and 19 on your own, probably
your own 8-yard line
to 1st and 10 at the 15, the Beckley 15.
The Red Devils have one timeout left, Eric, but they're not really in any hurry. 35 seconds and counting left in the half. Lewis takes the snap, rolls the pocket, looks. He's scrambling, throws, caught a man, at the goal line, just a little high. That looked like that would have been a Red Devil touchdown had Gray been able to haul that in.
Yeah, that was a strike, and once again, Lewis does a good job with his feet and just a tad high. But he's able to that would definitely been 6.
That would have been a touchdown for sure. On the incompletion will stop the clock with 28 seconds left in the half. The Red Devils do have a timeout left. And the Red Devils are huddling up, 20 on the play clock. But the main thing is Beckley has not been able to have the contain on Malachi Lewis.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I was listening to a podcast, and they said the thing with Lamar Jackson in the NFL, you have to be a disciplined rusher because of what he can do with his feet.
Beckley sends pressure. Lewis back in the pocket, throws deep, end zone, and it should have been caught.
It was put right on the wideout.
Yeah, the receiver, Hicks, didn't even look up. And if he'd have looked up, he catches that for a touchdown.
It hit him in the chest. This was a great pass.
Beautiful throw right over the top.
Yes, it hit him. That was 6.
So it'll be 3rd down from the Beckley 15. They can get a first down at the 5. It'll be 3rd and 10. 22 seconds remaining. If they don't gain any yardage here, I'm not sure if Pino, what kind of kicker he is.
Well, he looked like he had a strong leg based on that extra point.
It would be a 32-yard attempt if they don't gain any yards from here. At the Beckley 15, 22 seconds left in the half. Beckley showing pressure. And they send it. Lewis in the pocket. Now Lewis is going to run. He's got running room. He's inside the 10. He falls forward. He's very close to a first down. I think he might have it. He had to get to the 5. They're going to mark him maybe a tad short. And Oak Hill will have to burn their final timeout with 10 seconds left in the half. So, Eric, the fact that he is short, I think Oak Hill's made their mind up. They're going for it. But here's the thing. The fact that they will go for it and no timeouts left.
Once they spot it.
Well, no, they have to wait till they snap it. But here's what I'm going to say. They can't run the ball. Because if you run the ball and you don't make it, the half will run out.
That's why I'm saying this is decision time.
Yeah.
I think I might take the 3.
They're going to throw it. They're going to go for it. I believe they will. I could be wrong. We'll see. But I think Oak Hill made their mind up. They're calling a timeout. I don't know if they would. You had to call a timeout to get your field goal team on there, and I understand that. But I think they go for it. I think that they're thinking.
They spread them out, and Lewis.
I think you have to throw the ball because, like I said, if you run it and you get a first down, the clock will stop just enough.
Yeah,
to move the chains, and not unless you have enough time to get up and spike it. I don't think you would have. I think that you have to throw it. So if you're Beckley, I'm not sure you want to dial up pressure. You want to probably play coverage.
Yeah, you want to keep everything in front of you, especially number 12, Malachi Lewis, because he's really on this drive. He's done the damage by himself.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that field goal never entered the mind on the Oak Hill side, and they're going to go for it. So they have no timeouts left. There's 10 seconds left. It's really it's 4th and 10. They really got to get in the end zone. Lewis takes the shotgun, snap, slant, caught, touchdown. That was just too easy. The inside that time was Spalding and able to get on the slant and score with 4 seconds left in the half. That was just an easy pitch and catch, Eric.
Yeah, and right here, did he complete the catch?
Well, the referee says that he did, and the Red Devils take their first lead of the game, 13-10 with 4 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, and that was a gutsy drive by Malachi Lewis and this Oak Hill Red Devil team.
And you called it when it was 3rd and forever on the 8-yard line. And Lewis able to scramble out of that and pick up 21 yards. Pino here trying to tack on the 14-point. It looks good, and it is good. So with 4 seconds left in the half, your new score is Oak Hill 14, Beckley 10. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, treasurer.
Here.
Well, welcome you back to Van Meter Stadium. What a great drive that was for Oak Hill. They go 84 yards in 9 plays, and with 10 seconds left on the clock of the first half, Eric, and no timeouts, Malachi Lewis able to hit Spalding for a 10-yard touchdown, the PAT good, and only 4 seconds, as I mentioned, remaining in the half. The Red Devils have their first lead of the night, 14-10.
And Malachi Lewis, did it all on that drive as he was able to scramble on a 3rd and 19 to move the chains, and then he threw a perfect strike on a slant a great play call by Oak Hill staff as they take the lead. I can guarantee you that this is definitely going to be a squibber.
A squib, yeah, with 4 seconds left in the half. So we'll talk about this at halftime. The momentum now that seems to be on the far side for the Red Devils. They score right before halftime. Here comes the ensuing kickoff, and it is a squib to the far side. And it is Waller, and he breaks a couple tackles, and that will end the half. So what has been a very well-played, exciting first half at the break. Your score is Oak Hill 14, Beckley 10. On the other side of this 1-minute break, we'll have the Massey Power Sports halftime show coming up next on Video Productions.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing. Brian moves! Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you into the Massey Power Sports halftime show here at Van Meter Stadium in Beckley. At the break, the Red Devils, they lead Beckley 14-10. And Eric, the Oak Hill able to score right there with just 10 seconds left when the play started, 4 seconds left when they kicked the extra point. And this was a tight game as you and I expected it to be, and still anybody's game into the second half. But right now the big difference, as you alluded to it at the time, when it was 3rd and forever for Oak Hill deep in their own 8-yard line, Malachi Lewis able to use his legs, his scrambling ability to pick up 21 on 3rd and 19. And then Oak Hill, they hit a big pass, and they get down with no timeouts, and they make the connection just ahead of halftime for the touchdown.
Yeah, man, that's a big momentum swing as you were, able to drive the length and overcome a 3rd down, a 3rd and forever, and that's got to be a big boost in the arm of this Oak Hill Red Devils team.
And the way that first half was played, there was a lot of clock used. Each team only had 3 possessions. Beckley scored a touchdown on its first possession, threw an interception on its second possession, which helped Oak Hill score their first touchdown and made a field goal for that was their 3 possessions. For Oak Hill, they fumbled on their first possession, and they got a touchdown each of their last 2 possessions to take a 14-10 lead. We're going to take our first break here in the Massey Power Sports halftime show. When we come back, Eric will have some team stats, and he'll have some scores for you on the other end of the break. We're streaming here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Season is starting and the all-star lineup of new Kias are here at Friendship Kia of Beckley. We have the playbook to help you score the big win on your new Kia purchase. We make sure you get the best price with almost all of our new cars priced at invoice. And don't forget, we have one of the largest selections of inventory to help find you that perfect ride. We have a roster full of non-commissioned sales staff and an any reason 7-day exchange program. So get off the bench and get a new Kia from your friends at Friendship Kia of Beckley.
We're dealing!
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to Van Meter Stadium here in Beckley, the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, Chris Farish on stats, the heavy hitter Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera. The Red Devils of Oak Hill lead Beckley by the score of 14-10. Beckley led 7-0. The Red Devils tied it at 7 apiece. Beckley regained the lead with the field goal to go up 10-7. And Eric, right before halftime, a late touchdown for the Red Devils gives them a 14-10 lead. You have the numbers of the first half.
Yeah, the numbers tell how close this game is, not only on the scoreboard. Both teams were able to manage 6 first downs in the first half. Oak Hill has 130 total yards, Maris, on the evening, and Malachi Lewis is Mr. Do-It-All for him. He has 9 rushes, 49 yards, and 1 score, and he's 2 of 4 through the air for 38 yards and a score. Beckley has 121 yards in the first half. They have 44 yards rushing, 77 passing, as Devin Richardson is 5 of 8 for 77 yards, and he's thrown 1 interception. On the ground, they've been held, to 44 yards Beckley has, and they're being led on the ground by Bryce Ford, 4 carries for 16 yards. And I think right now that's the difference in this ballgame.
I would agree, Eric. In fact, I was getting ready to ask your assessment of the first half, and we talked about on top, for Beckley to be successful, they really got to be able to run the ball. They ran it at times, but they didn't really run it enough to be successful when they find themselves down 4 at the break.
And if you're Oak Hill, you love being up and receiving the ball, because if Beckley gets into where they have to throw it, to get back in the game, you can really pin your ears back and have your defensive backs, as they've shown flashes from Gray and, Malachi Lewis at that safety, you may be able to turn them over a couple more times.
Well, as you mentioned, being down by 1 score is one thing, but if they get down 2 scores, like you said, it's 14-10, and they're down 1 score, but if they should fall behind 20 or 21-10, then Beckley might really maybe banish the running game, because even if they were to run the ball, unless they get a big play, it eats up a lot of clock.
Yeah, and that's what their run is not really predicated on breaking
big
long
plays.
Ones.
Right.
They try to chew up the clock and chew up, time of possession.
And that changes if they get 2 scores behind. It is senior night here in Beckley, and the Oak Hill Marching Band is out entertaining this large crowd first. Then the Beckley Flying Eagle Band will be up next. We're going to go ahead and take our second halftime break here in the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. When we come back, Tony Jones will join me here, my special guest at halftime, and we'll do that on the other side of this break. We're streaming live here on Video Productions.
Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and Equal Housing Lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
We welcome you back to the Massey Power Sports halftime show here at Van Meter Stadium in Beckley. At the break, the Red Devils are in front of Beckley 14-10. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Plan your New Year's Eve at Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. It's great family fun, and they have lanes still available, and you got to do this early or it'll get sold out. 304-253-7328. Also want to tell you about the fine folks at Edward Jones Financial Advisors. Whether you're working or if you're retired like me, you still got a plan for the future. And you can do it with the financial advisors at Edward Jones. Heather Cantley, 304-254-9995, or Wayne Rhodes, 304-253-7335. Also want to tell you about the fine folks at Indoor Air. Indoor Air is your Amana dealer. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County Sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can dial up the good folks at Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. And last but certainly not least, Cracker Barrel. Love me the pig at Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, the old country store, locations in Beckley and Princeton. And whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you can get it at Cracker Barrel. At the break, 14-10 is the lead for the Red Devils. And my halftime guest, a former Flying Eagle and in the Beckley Football Hall of Fame, Mr. Tony Jones. Tony, we welcome you into the Massey Power Sports halftime show here on Video Productions.
Good evening, everyone. It's nice to see everyone. You guys are doing a fantastic job, you and Eric, and broadcasting's come a long way since I played.
Well, you know, Tony, I have known you, let's see, I remember you're the class of 95, and I remember doing your games on radio. I guess I've known you a little over 30 years, and I have to say, you look just as in good shape now as you did when I first knew you back in right when you're coming out of junior high. Didn't have middle school back then, out of junior high when you became a Flying Eagle.
Well, I guess I still work out a bit, but I'm going to give all the credit to my wife keeping me in the gym.
Well, keep you in the gym. Also, you're on the golf course a lot too, right?
Well, as you get older, there are sports like football that you can't play, and golf is somewhat of a safe sport, so I think I can play that without getting hurt.
You know, one of the things I was talking about today when I was sharing with Eric's father-in-law, Joe Saboski, about having you on as a halftime guest, I said, you know, there's not very many people that can make this claim that you can, which is true because I did the game. You played against a couple of NFL players, and one being Randy Moss and the other being Bobby Howard. And arguably people can make that Randy Moss is the second greatest wide receiver in the history of the NFL, and you actually played against him in high school. There's not a lot of people that can say in their high school career they played against one, let alone two NFL players.
Yes, certainly. They were very deep. Junior and senior year with Moss and Howard and Singleton and Floyd, and it was a tough task, and it's brought up to me a lot by friends about how we just got crushed, but hey, those guys were playing in the league.
Well, you know what? Randy Moss did that on a lot of people. I wasn't going to go there, but I know that Randy Moss scored on a lot of people.
There's no doubt, and I would tell people he'd be playing on Sundays.
That's right. Well, here's the thing, too, Tony. You know, you can talk about that senior year, that class of 94. I remember the Beckley team made the playoffs. You won your first-round game, and you played a Saturday afternoon game, a beautiful Saturday in November against South Charleston. South Charleston was led by Mark Plants, who went on to WVU, and South Charleston went on to win the state championship that year. And I know it didn't end the way you wanted, but that was your final game on this field.
It was. We were slightly outmatched. However, I felt like going into the game, we had a great game plan, but credit to those guys. I think the score was 35-0 or something like that, but it wasn't due to a lack of trying, and it's a memory, but at least we made the playoffs that year.
Well, you've been taking in the first half. The Red Devils, a 14-10 lead over Beckley. What's been your assessment of the first half?
Well, there's a whole bunch of athletes on the field, right? So initially looking at Oak Hill with Gray and Lewis, it seems like when Lewis drops back, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Russell Wilson, right? Because as you and Eric talked about, he's got a lot of poise and he can throw it down the field. However, you got to respect his legs too, and the game doesn't seem like it's above him. However, I still feel that even though the momentum shifted right at half, Woodrow still got something to build on, right? And we chatted about it. There was not a single punt in that first half, so Woodrow still got something to show.
So when you get a chance to watch high school games and you live in Columbus, and we'll touch on that in a minute, as they got excellent football in the state of Ohio as they do in West Virginia, but your assessment of what do you think is the biggest difference to the way the teams and players play now to they did back in your day?
Well, I think technology, just like you guys have advanced in how you broadcast, technology and how teams are scouted and how you get prepared for the week has just advanced so much where these kids have everything at their disposal. Whereas when we played, it was really watching film coming in, and we didn't have a lot of just like right there, just, how the internet is. So I think technology has helped evolve the game in a better way.
Well, one last thing before I let you go. When you were playing 30 years ago in '94, could you ever imagine the stadium with the lights the way they are now, the turf, the scoreboard, and as you said, us being able to do streaming, could you ever imagine that in your wildest dreams, that this facility would look the way it does today?
No, it looks beautiful. I've been here, I think this is the second time since they put the turf in, and with the track and how beautiful it is tonight, it's just a wonderful place to watch football. So I'm very happy for Beckley, and this is a team I've followed for quite some time, and I'm happy to see that Coach Surratt has kind of got these boys moving, and I like Beckley's chances in the second half.
All right, before I let you go, I've got to ask you one more thing.
Of course.
You live in Columbus. Let our viewers know exactly what you're doing in Columbus and how long you've been there and what's been going on with you.
Certainly. So I've been in Columbus for close to 25 years, and I'm working for a pharmaceutical company for virtually 25 years, and my wife is a nurse practitioner at one of the local hospitals. So even though we live there, our hearts are still here. And as you know, Maris, we're probably more friends than anything. And Maris has been to the house many times, and each time I come in to fellowship and watch the game, we always get to hook up with the Lowrys. So love Columbus, but Beckley's still really home for me.
Yeah, and I know your wife, Andy, from Summers County, and I know that obviously she had to go where you're at in Columbus, but I know that her heart, as well as yours, still here in West Virginia.
And it will always be. It's just such a beautiful state, and just enjoy coming back here each time.
Well, Tony, appreciate you taking the time here at halftime. Enjoy the second half. We'll take our final break, come back, and before the kickoff of the second half, Eric will update you on some scores. Tony, always a pleasure as the Red Devils lead Beckley 14-10 here at the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. We'll be back here on Video Productions.
Certainly. Cheers.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. At Window World, we are proud to deliver exterior solutions that are beautiful, affordable, and guaranteed for life. We do things the right way. Honest pricing, no gimmicks, and thousands of satisfied customers. Call Window World of Beckley today at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW and have your new windows, siding, and doors before winter. Window World of Beckley, family owned,
nationally known.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
And we welcome you back into the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. And before we turn it to Eric for the scores, I want to let everybody know that coming up on Monday is Massey Power Sports will be the presenting sponsor. Video Productions will bring you the Class AAA Volleyball Sectional Tournament. It'll go Monday and Wednesday. It'll be played just on the other end of that end zone here at Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. And it'll be the 4 teams that help make up the basketball section as well. It'll be Beckley, who are the number 1 seed, and it'll be not necessarily in this order because I don't have that in front of me, but I do know Beckley's the 1 seed. It'll be Beckley, Oak Hill, Princeton, and Greenbrier East, and we'll bring that to you a little bit before 6 o'clock on Monday night. But right now, Eric, you're ready to bring our viewers some scores from around the state of West Virginia on Week 10.
Yeah, a couple of key games I'm going to start with in AAA. This is a shocker right here. You have Willing Park, number 12 Willing Park hosting number 9 Parkersburg South, and at halftime, Willing Park is up 44-0 in that game.
That's a shocker.
In another game of interest for Oak Hill fans is University, whom the Oak Hill plays next week, is hosting Morgantown. Morgantown comes in as the number 10 team in AAA, and right now University is up 12-7 at halftime. And a lot of big games in the AA ranks, Maris. We can go right here. You have number 1 North Marion on the road at number 2 Roane County, and North Marion leads Roane County right now 25-13 in the second quarter. And Winfield, another battle of ranked teams. Winfield's on the road at Scott, and at halftime, Scott holds a 28-21 lead over the Generals. James Monroe is on the road at Nicholas County, whom we had a chance to do last week, and James Monroe's up 21-6, and that game's already in the fourth quarter.
They started 7 o'clock up there.
Yes, yeah. And Mingo Central 36, Chapmanville nothing. And in the single A ranks, we'll give a couple of local scores. One game of interest, we had a chance to do summer.
Back inside the 10. So here are the Red Devils on the return. Back over the 20, breaks it to the outside. And a nice return out over the 25. But, Eric, if you're Oak Hill or if you're Beckley, they get it over the 25, but that's not over the 45.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's one of the adjustments they made in the off week. Kick it deep and let your defense try to get a stop here. And this is, I hate to state it this early in the game, but if you're Beckley, you need to get off the field. I don't think you can afford to give up any points right now and go down a couple of scores.
This drive will start on their own 28-yard line. One of the things, Eric, what I ask you, that Beckley brought a lot of pressure and Malachi Lewis made them pay. Maybe they won't dial up as much pressure here in the second half.
I mean, when you bring heat, if you don't get to the quarterback, it's really puts pressure on your linebackers or your corners and your safeties, because Malachi Lewis was already to the second level because the linebackers blitz, and it's up to you to tackle in space.
There's Moritz on the carry. He's going to lose yardage. He really does not have a really big first half. That'll lose a yard back to the 27, make it 2nd and 11.
Yeah, so remember my key. I think whoever is able to establish the run here in this third quarter very well could win the game.
So it'll be 2nd and 11 for Oak Hill. They have the ball on their own 27-yard line. We're just starting the second half. Red Devils lead 14-10. Malachi Lewis from the gun takes the shotgun snap. Looks to throw. Got a man open, and he overthrew him. He had a man open there momentarily trying to get the ball to Hicks, and the ball was slightly overthrown.
And that was good defensive technique right there by MJ Staples. I know I've kind of been hard on these defensive backs. He has good leverage right here, plays the ball, plays the man. I mean, that's make a quarterback have to make a hard throw.
And here's the trouble, as you mentioned before, Eric, Beckley, 3rd and long, has had trouble pretty much throughout the year.
Hey, if you're Oak Hill,
you got them right where you want them,
right? Got them right where you want them.
3rd and 11 for the Red Devils on 27, 15 on the play clock as they break the huddle. And you got to think about containing Malachi Lewis if you're Beckley.
So let's watch where these linebackers get. Once they start showing
and there's a false start, and it looked like Beckley was ready to bring heat.
They were.
And the ball will go back to the 22. But if you remember what led to the go-ahead scoring drive right before halftime.
It was 3rd and 19.
Was 3rd and 19 from the 8-yard line, and Malachi Lewis able to scramble and pick up a first down.
Yeah, and, you know, it just gets nervous time right here. And if you're Beckley, you give up anything in front of you. I'm playing a little deeper and a little softer. You know, try to entice them to, you know, throw it short and just tackle.
Well, maybe rush 3 or 4 and put the other guys back in coverage.
You have to switch it up because Malachi Lewis will hurt you with his feet if you break contain here.
So the ball back to the 22. They've got to get out to the 38 to keep this drive alive. They'll need 16 on 3rd down. Man comes in motion. Lewis takes the shotgun snap. They're setting up a screen. As pressure comes, it's a middle screen. It's caught. There's one broken tackle, another broken tackle, and they are going to get a first down. And as we said, Eric, the Red Devils have Beckley right where they want him as J.D. Moritz able to take that middle screen and pick up a first down.
Perfect play call for the situation. You have to retreat right there. I mean, that was the perfect play call.
The first down out over the 40 and out to the 41-yard line, and a new package of downs for the Red Devils. And Beckley on 3rd and long could not get off the field.
The Oak Hill coaching staff has taken advantage of the Beckley coaching staff's aggressiveness.
So it'll be a new package of downs for the Red Devils.
First and 2nd down, you're great if you're Beckley. 3rd down, it's been a problem.
Beckley's dialing up pressure. Lewis runs the ball, and he's still going. They can't get him down. He's got another first down to the Beckley 46-yard line. Beckley dialed up heat, and they didn't get him, and Lewis almost broke that for a touchdown.
Yeah, all the momentum is on the side of the Oak Hill Red Devils right now.
So they'll take the ball to the Beckley 45-yard line. That's a 14-yard pickup and another package of downs for Oak Hill. Coming up on the 10-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. This is the first possession of the 2nd half. And as Eric told you, this is a very key possession for both Beckley and Oak Hill.
Well, and the thing you have to like if you're Oak Hill, even if you don't score here, you've done a good job of flipping what could be some field position here.
1st and 10 on the far side hash. Beckley once again showing pressure, and they bring it. Malachi Lewis will roll the pocket. He's got running room down the sideline. He's got a good gain on 1st down inside the 40, down near the, let's say they'll put him down at the Beckley 37, a huge gain of 8 on 1st down.
Yeah, and that was another job of running away from the pressure. They see pressure, as Malachi Lewis might have been slow to get up right there a little bit.
Yeah, that happened on the far side in front of the Oak Hill bench, but a good gain. He picked up 8 on the play.
Oh, he's back. I think he was just getting the play call. I think they've been shuffling the play call in with him. Tough kid. He's been so steady tonight.
And what do we got? The officials are blowing it dead. I'm not sure what we got here. As the white cap, which is Greg Fournette, making his way over here to the Beckley sideline, or maybe just talking to the official here right below us. I'm not sure. They're pointing down to the clock maybe. Maybe they need to put more time on the clock. He might have went out of bounds, and maybe they ran the clock. I'm not really sure, Eric. Yeah, he went out of bounds, and they didn't stop the clock, so they've got to add more time to 9:37.
There you go.
So good job by the officials to get together.
As we stated, this is a veteran crew.
Very good veteran crew, yep.
A lot of playoff games under their belt.
Yeah, Greg Fournette, I know he has worked Super 6 championship games. I don't know about the entire crew, but I know he has.
Yeah, Super 6, and I've also, we got a chance to see him do state championship basketball and baseball. So
here's Lewis on the keeper, trying to get to the edge. He's got it. He's got a first down. He zigs, he zags, and he falls forward and gets to the Beckley 32. And as you said, Eric, he's so poised, so under control the way he runs.
Sets his blocks up, and this is just another, just straight quarterback keeper. Beckley not able to set the edge right there, and this is just old school textbook football right here.
So it'll be a first down for the Red Devils at the Beckley 31. This is the first possession of the second half. The Red Devils started this possession back on their own 28. This will be the 7th play of the drive. Oak Hill not in really any big hurry. 17 on the play clock and counting. Getting ready to go under 9 minutes for the third. And let's see what Oak Hill will cook up here on first down from the Beckley 31. They just get it off. And Lewis will try to run up inside. He's got some running room. He's to the 25. He spins, and a nice gain. He got 6 on first down.
Yeah, this is just textbook winning the war up front. Because Beckley, I think they're on their heels. They're on their heels right now. You know, guys are slow to get up. This Oak Hill offense is really wearing them down.
And as you said, Eric, winning in the trenches, and this is something we thought that maybe a drive, but Oak Hill has really done a great job on this drive of pushing Beckley off the line.
And every play's been a what?
Been
a running play.
Yeah.
So
except for the screen that they hit on the big.
Except for the screen.
So it'll be a second down play, 2nd and 4 at the Beckley 25-yard line. Lewis takes the snap. It's a handoff. And that time Beckley's ready for it, as that will go nowhere, might even lose a yard, as J.D. Maritz, they'll throw him back for a loss back to the 26.
Yeah, but this is the third down territory, definitely 2-down territory for Oak Hill, but they've been able to pick up. We don't have that stat, but time and time again they've been able to pick up third downs.
Well, I can look on my sheet and tell you that, let's see, 0 for 1, 0 for 2. 1 for 2, 1 for 3. They've had 7 third downs. They picked up 4 of them.
I mean,
4 out of 7.
Yeah, you'll take that all
day. On the
day.
positive side, yes. So they've got to get to the 21 on this third down play. Like I said, they're in no hurry. They're milking the clock. They may call a timeout. There's only 3 on the play clock, and the Red Devils are going to burn a timeout here. And they've taken, you figure, Eric, if you can run 2 more plays, it'll be like half of the quarter.
Yeah, they've had the ball. They're shortening the game.
Well, we got a minute. We'll tell you about some of the people that make these broadcasts possible, including Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road, and Beckley. They have futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night. You can just show up there. But if you're going to make plans for New Year's Eve, you probably need to make your reservations by calling 304-253-7328. Also, Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County Sports. You're a man, a dealer. Indoor Air, you can give them a call at 304-890-2212 for all your heating and cooling needs. And the good folks at Edward Jones Financial Advisors. You need to make a plan whether you're working or you're already retired and, of course, planning to retire soon. You can reach out to Heather Cantley at 304-254-9995 or Wayne Rhodes at 304-253-7335. And we can't forget Cracker Barrel. Love me some pig at Cracker Barrel, whether it be bacon and sausage. Cracker Barrel, the old country store in Beckley and Princeton. Well, Eric, out of the timeout. Maybe Oak Hill's got them right where they want them. Third down has been a good money down for the Red Devils.
As they move Gray to the slot here late, it's man coverage, but I think this is going to be quarterback keeper all the way.
And you are right. It's going to be a run to the far side. He's got running room. He's got enough for the first down. Lewis, there's a flag comes in, and that might be the only thing that's going to save the Beckley defense because Lewis had the first down.
Yeah, you get man coverage, good play call, unfortunate hold here, but you have the cornerbacks running away from the ball. I mean, that's just a good play call. Yeah, that was a hold. And one hold that you really didn't need.
You didn't need because Lewis had already turned the corner and already had the first down.
Yes.
So that's a huge penalty and a big break for Beckley. But then again, when they take the ball back, it'll be 3rd and long, and Oak Hill got them right where they want them, right?
Right where they want them.
And, Eric, in times that we've done games, not just this year but last year, if you could single one thing that's really hurt the Beckley team, it's been third down defense over the last 2 years.
Yeah, so that's going to be, put it, 3rd and 11?
Yeah, back to the 32. Yeah, they got to get to the 21. You are correct. 3rd and 11. Because you figure if they don't make any yards, they would go for it because it'd probably be too far for a field goal. You're looking at a 50-yard kick if they don't make any yards on 3rd down as Gray goes in motion.
Probably going to try to get about 6 here.
Lewis rolls the pocket, looks to throw, going deep, got a man wide open. It's caught for the touchdown. Once again on 3rd and long, that's the money down for Oak Hill. A beautiful play call as Malachi Lewis rolled the pocket. Gray right down the seam for the touchdown pass.
But I hope we get the whole play. They ran Gray in motion. Straight down the seam. The safety goes over top. We had two people on one. That's a great play call.
A beautiful play call, and now the Red Devils lead 20-10, waiting for the PAT. That was a 9-play. Devils now with a 20-10 lead, waiting on Pino to see if he can tack on the 21st point.
And that's 5 out of 8 third down conversions.
That was a beautiful thrown ball and a great call.
4 of them have been longer, 10 yards or longer.
Yep. So Pino trying to tack on the 21st point. The kick's on its way. And it is good. So with 6:59 remaining in the third quarter, your new score is Oak Hill 21, Beckley 10. We'll be right back after this here on Video Productions.
Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Hilton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Hilton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, treasurer.
Welcome back to Van Meter Stadium. The Red Devils score on their first possession out of the locker room. Oak Hill, they go 72 yards in 9 plays. They had a big 32-yard touchdown pass from Lewis to Gray. The point after is good. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Nothing tastes as good as a Pepsi. 6:59 left in the third quarter, Eric. Beckley will get the ball for the first time in the second half. And now instead of being down 4, they're down 11, 21-10.
Well, it's gut check time, and I'm big on body language. And you see the Oak Hill guys, they have a, bounce in their step, a little
got the
pep.
momentum.
Yeah, and now, Beckley's got to really pick themselves off the carpet right here and live to fight another round.
And let's see if the Red Devils will kick it deep. They do. It'll be returned right there from the 16-yard line.
A.J. Thomas
Thomas with a nice return. He spins out and he gets over the 40. A nice return. So Beckley will have great field position for their first possession of the second half.
Yeah, that's a much-needed good field position right here. But if you're Oak Hill, look for them to really, really stack this box and not let Beckley get off on the ground.
And, Eric, I don't think it's too early for Beckley to abandon the run because you still got 6:52 of the third and the whole fourth quarter left.
Yeah, I know, but if you're Oak Hill, that's what you're wanting to make them have to put the ball in the air.
So let's see what Beckley will do. First down from their own 41-yard line. So the Red Devils, they go double bonus, Eric. They score right before the end of the half, and then they score the first drive of the second half. There's a Beckley running play that gets about a yard. So Oak Hill had the momentum when they scored right before halftime and then able to take the kickoff and go down and score.
And pick up 2 big third down conversions. And if you watch the line of scrimmage, a lot of white jerseys in the backfield of the Beckley, of the Flying Eagles right now.
And, Eric, me and you talk about this all the time, momentum, and you and I both believe it's a real thing. And right now, the momentum is with the Red Devils.
Yeah, the Red Devils right now are really in the driver's seat here. And you hold Beckley, to second and, 2 yards, 2nd and 8 now. You want to keep them in third, 7 to 8 on third down.
Here's Richardson. Back to throw. Comes near side. I think the ball hit the ground. It did. It short hopped. And now it'll bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and 8 coming up for Beckley now. So the clock will stop on the incompletion, 6:09 for the third. But I think if you're Beckley, this is you can't go 3 and out after Oak Hill scored on their last 2 possessions.
Yeah, and Oak Hill's doing it up front. Time and time again tonight, they've been up to the challenge and really stopping Beckley on their ground game.
So 3rd and 8, big play here for both teams. Beckley will go empty, trips to the far side, top of the screen, 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Richardson takes the snap. He's got time, sits in the pocket. Now they're forcing him, and they're going to run him out of bounds. And a big stop for Oak Hill. And there's not a late hit, and I think that's a good no call.
That's a good call.
And what Beckley obviously didn't want to do, Eric, after they give up a touchdown, you got to punt. I don't think you can afford to go here, and it's 3 and out.
Yeah, and this has been, a cause for concern. Beckley, we've seen them one blocked against Greenbrier East. I saw 1 blocked in Bluefield, during the course of the year. So this is one of these things where they have Richardson back, in.
They might fake it, but I don't know. They got to get all the way across midfield. I think you would punt it if you're Beckley. Here's the snap, Richardson. He will punt it. That's the first punt of the ball game. And the ball's going to take a big Beckley bounce and roll down inside the 25 near the 20 and stop right there at the 20-yard line. So the Red Devils, if you're Oak Hill, you've got to be elated right now. You score on your first possession. You have Beckley 3 and out, and now you have all the momentum up 11, and as you have this possession.
Yeah, and you have 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Let's call it 6 minutes to go in this quarter. If you're able to get 2 or 3 first downs here, you're going to shorten this game.
So the Red Devils 7-1 coming in, number 11. Beckley 5-3, and the Flying Eagles number 16 trying to hang on to what would be their playoff hopes. Beckley still got one more game to go, as does Oak Hill. The Red Devils got University next week. Beckley on the road at George Washington. 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Red Devils. And this will be a running play, and that's a nice gain that time out to the 25-yard line, and that is J.D. Moritz with the carry.
And I think that's probably his biggest gain of on the night.
And, Eric, I think you would agree, as you talked about, this is probably what we'll see out of Oak Hill, running the ball, trying to eat up that clock.
Well, I was a firm believer in thinking whoever could establish the run would win this game, and right now Oak Hill's firmly in the driver's seat.
Yeah, they'll give him the 26, so he got 6 on first down, and they're in no hurry with 13 on the play clock, coming up on 5:10 for the third quarter. Lewis from the shotgun. Gray goes in motion. Lewis takes the snap. It's a handoff. There's a first down run and more out over the 35. A late flag comes in. And I'm not sure if he was tackled by his face mask or not. He might have been.
I think that might be a hold behind the play again.
We'll see. As the flag came in, as you mentioned, behind the play, but I thought maybe as
it might be a face mask on.
It looked like when the Beckley defender, when he tackled him, he pulled him down by the face mask, if we can get the replay. And if that's the case, they'll tack on 15 to the end of the run.
That's exactly what it is.
As we watch the replay. See, right there, it looked like he pulled him down by his face mask. I could be wrong.
Nope, they're marching it backwards. Yep. Could be a hold.
This will be a hold, and that will negate a first down run. But that's okay. Oak Hill's just trying to get him 3rd and long.
3rd and long.
So that'll negate a first down run, and that'll take the ball back. Let's see what they'll take it to the 23-yard line. So the ball goes back to their own 23.
They actually called a blocking in the back.
And you don't really have that too much in line play.
Yeah, but.
So it'll be 2nd down. Clock's turning. 4:40 left, third quarter. Lewis takes the snap. There's a running play. And that gets a few out up over the 25, out to the 27. That's Moritz again on the carry.
Yeah, but they're doing a good job up front. They're winning the line of scrimmage now. This is gut check time right here. If you're Beckley, you have to get off the field on this possession.
Yeah, right now you got the help of a Oak Hill holding penalty. The clock stops, and let's see, Beckley's going to burn a timeout. So burn a timeout on defense. And while we got a minute, Eric, see if you got some score updates. Most of the games start at 7 o'clock and are probably not final, but close to being final. Of course, we don't start here at Beckley until 7:30. And beautiful night here on the final Friday of October. Someone asked me, was I going to dress up for Halloween? And I said, I dress up for Halloween 365. I'll just be me. That's scary enough.
Okay, at halftime, Princeton 55, Greenbrier East nothing.
Wow, and that's the second time these two teams have played.
Wow, Wheeling Park, there wasn't a typo. Wheeling Park 58, Parkersburg South 7 in the third quarter.
Wow.
Wow, and Winfield is at Scott, and Scott's up 28-21 now in the third.
And that's also on video production, so we can look with the multiple games in which video productions does. So out of the timeout, it'll be 3rd down. The ball's at the 27. They'll need 4 yards. They can go just across the 30, like I said, out to the 31 to keep this drive alive with 4:18 left here in the third quarter.
Well, out of this formation, this is quarterback run to the left.
Malachi Lewis waits on the snap. Eric called that play. He goes inside. I don't think he's going to get there. He will not. And it'll force a punt for Oak Hill to be 4th down. So
no, I think Oak Hill goes for it.
On their own 30. I'm not sure if they will or not. We'll see. You could be right. Because they're going to be short. And I'm not sure they want to give Beckley an opportunity if they don't get it. But you might be right. Doesn't look like they're sending their punt team out.
And if you're Beckley, you have to watch the hard count here.
And actually, it looks like they're giving him a first down. I didn't think he got there.
Yep.
But they'll say it is a first down.
I never saw a signal. Yeah.
Yeah. They moved the chains, and the ball's a first down out to the 30. I beg your pardon. I thought he had to get to the 31, and that'll be a new package of downs for the Red Devils, and they'll keep the drive alive. So from the 30, Lewis with a handoff. Beckley up to the task there. A very short gain, if any gain on that play. They might get the ball across the 30. It's hard to tell on the far side. And they'll get a yard to the 31.
Yeah, if you're Beckley, if you're Oak Hill, this is exactly what you want to do. You're not in any hurry. You're milking the clock. You're shortening the game with an 11-point lead.
Yeah, coming up for 3 minutes left in the third. 17 on the play clock.
So they're going to end up in this quarter, as it stands, running 20-some plays to 3.
And Beckley's run 3, yeah. Well, I can tell you how many. You're right. This will be the 14th play that Oak Hill will run this quarter to Beckley's 3. And here's Lewis on the run. Comes near side. And he breaks one tackle, and they stack him up. But his forward progress gets the ball out to about the 33, maybe the 34. And it'll bring up third down.
Yeah, that's the first solid contact on Malachi Lewis tonight.
So they need 6 yards. They have the ball at the 34. They got to get out to the 40 to keep the drive alive. This will be the 15th play that the Red Devils have run this quarter, and Beckley's run 3 and a punt. And we're coming up on 2:15 left in the third. No kill once again, Eric. We said no hurry. 14 on the play clock.
And they pick up this first down. They're going to have the ball the whole quarter, basically the whole quarter. And
they're going to have to hurry up and snap it. 3 on the play clock. Lewis just gets it off. He's to throws. Got time. Got a man open. It's caught. It's a first down up over the 40. And that will be a Red Devil first down, as making the catch will be Hicks. And that'll be up to the 42-yard line, and that'll move the sticks again. So
did you see the difference in the rush right here, though? Beckley tried to do just a 3-man rush. Linebackers didn't fan back deep enough. They've had all the answers for Beckley's defense. Oak Hill, very well coached tonight.
Out to the 43-yard line, and you're right, Eric. They can pretty much run maybe 1 or 2 plays and pretty much control this entire third quarter.
Yep, they're doing what you need to do on the road, and they're doing it well.
So 18 on the play clock, a minute and a half for the third. Red Devils, they've gotten all the plays when they've needed them.
Big play after big play on third down.
From their own 43-yard line. Lewis takes the shotgun snap. Pressure comes. They pick it up, throwing the deep ball. Got a man out there, and it's caught. Is he in bounds? He is not. He made the catch, but he doesn't come down in bounds, and it'll be an incomplete.
Yeah, a little back shoulder throw. What a great ball thrown right here by Lewis. He has all the answers tonight. Very, very poised.
And he was out of bounds.
It was out of bounds, but that was a
It was a heck of a catch, but he was out of bounds.
And if you're Beckley, you're much needed stoppage of the clock right here.
Yeah. And, I think that's a good play call. You've been running, trying to lull them to sleep, and then you try to hit them up top with a big play. It'll be 2nd and 10. The clock stopped, as Eric told you, on the incompletion. 1:15 for the third. Red Devils have it on their own 43. They lead in the ball game 21-10. 7 on the play clock. That looked like a false start, and I think even Oak Hill thought it was a false start because they all stopped.
They did.
And no flag is Lewis with a very short gain.
They were able to dial up the right heat right there, the Flying Eagles, on that play.
Yeah, no gain. So 3rd and 10.
Right.
Oak Hill's like, hey, this is where Oak Hill's been able to shine, right?
This is the broken record portion of the broadcast. 3rd and long distance, Oak Hill, time and time again, has been able to dial up the right play, a middle screen early, a quarterback run, a drag, a crossing route. They've been able to spread them out as they run up to the line really quick. 4 seconds to snap it.
Yeah, they're going to have to hurry. Beckley brings pressure. Lewis throws, got a man. It's broken up.
A.J.
Right at the last minute. That's good defense because that looked like that was going to be another Red Devil first down.
Yeah, but A.J. Thomas here, if we can get this on the instant replay, did a great job with his left hand of getting in and breaking it up, because he's been in man coverage out there on the island the whole time, and he did a good job of getting to it and breaking it up. That's the young sophomore, A.J. Thomas, breaking that pass up.
So on fourth down, we would think that the Red Devils will punt. They're lining up to punt. This will be their first punt of the ball game.
First punt of the contest
for the Red Devils. Beckley punted the first time when they had the ball. But even if they do punt here, when Beckley gets the ball back, they'll probably only have maybe one more play. There's a illegal substitution, I think, on Oak Hill, and they'll back them up 5 more because they had a guy run off. They broke the huddle, and then he run off. That's illegal. So that'll back the ball back to the 38. But, Eric, you got to think that Beckley will only have it maybe for one play with 24 seconds before the third quarter ends.
Unless they can make something happen fielding this punt.
Well, they've only got one guy back. They might be coming after it, dialing up pressure. Here's the snap. There's the kick. It's off the side of his foot. It's going to be a great play for Beckley. Is it going to be across midfield and Beckley on Beckley's side of midfield, and it's going to be a short field for the Flying Eagles as they'll take over with just 20. And no time from the clock came off. It was 24 seconds when the ball was snapped, and it should have when the punter caught the ball, the clock should have ran. So no time comes off the clock. I don't know about that one. And Beckley will take over at the Red Devil 45.
That was what, a 10-yard?
Yeah. Well, the line of scrimmage was a 38, but once the ball was snapped and the ball was punted, at least 2 or 3 seconds should have came off the clock, and none did. So Beckley will have it at the 24 of the Red Devils, and if you're Beckley, you've got to score on this drive.
And if you're the Red Devils, you have them really where you want them. They're not able to get into their running formation.
Here's Richardson to throw, throwing a deep ball down the near side, and Redfern was out there. He couldn't haul it in. Malachi Lewis was out there in coverage, and really was a 50-50 ball, and Redfern perhaps should have caught it.
Yeah, I think that may have just went through his hands. Good-looking throw here. Great route. Yeah.
Yep. He should have caught it.
Came up on him quick, went through his hands.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. The clock does stop with 17 seconds left in the third.
9 times out of 10, that's one of these where it's not your night right now, because he usually makes that catch.
Yeah, a beautifully thrown ball by Richardson.
And it was well defended too. Great defense. This has just been a great effort by this Oak Hill.
So 2nd and 10 for the Flying Eagles at the Red Devil 45. They'll go empty. Now they'll put a man in motion. That's Waller. And they'll throw it to him, and I think the Red Devils are ready for that. And Waller is able to cut back inside and then take it to the far side, and he made a nice gain at what otherwise wasn't going to be a gain at all, and that should be the final play of the third quarter. So at the end of 3, your score, and I don't know why the clock stopped with 3 seconds left. The clock should continue to run. And they stopped it. Now it will run, but it should have ran before. So that's the end of 3. At the end of 3, it's Oak Hill 21, Beckley 10. We'll be right back on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. At Window World, we are proud to deliver exterior solutions that are beautiful, affordable, and guaranteed for life. We do things the right way. Honest pricing, no gimmicks, and thousands of satisfied customers. Call Window World of Beckley today at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW and have your new windows, siding, and doors before winter. Window World of Beckley, family owned,
nationally known.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
We're headed to the fourth quarter, what's been a very entertaining game. And right now, Eric, number 11, Oak Hill leads number 16, Beckley, 21-10. Beckley will have the ball at the Red Devil 43. It'll be 3rd and 8 coming up for the first play of the fourth quarter.
And Beckley in the gun here, going empty.
Richardson takes the snap. Pressure comes. He steps up in the pocket. He's got a running lane. He's inside the 40, inside the 35. He's going to have a first down. And Richardson makes it happen as Malachi Lewis made it happen with his legs. Now Devin Richardson makes it happen for Beckley.
Yeah, I think Devin does a good job. Great pressure on the outside. And moving the chains right here, and that was a big pickup. But if you're Beckley, you're gonna have to run some tempo, I think, here. You can't. The way Oak Hill's been possessing the ball, you don't want to go, your Porsche offense, but you might want to go just a little faster.
1st and 10, Beckley. They needed 8 on that last play. Richardson got him 9. Now he takes this one up the middle. He's got a first down as he avoids a big hit, and he's down inside the 25. He had to get to the 24, and he's down to the 23. So he's got 11 yards on this one and 9 on the play before.
Quarterback draw all the way, and Richardson does a good job taking what the defense gives him. But I still think you have to speed it up just a little bit.
You got to have a little bit more urgency.
Yes.
Taking a lot of time because they're 2 scores down. Coming up on the 11-minute mark here of the fourth quarter. They'll go empty. Richardson from the shotgun.
Looks like they're bringing a heat Oak Hill from the top.
Richardson to throw out in the flat. It's caught. Looked like a little screen, and they get the ball down to the 15. I think that's Waller. No, I beg your pardon, it's not Waller. Waller's on the near side. Couldn't quite see who was able to make that catch.
I think that was Zakreski, Jonathan Zakreski for Beckley on the little bubble screen.
So they'll pick up a nice gain of 8. 2nd and 2 at the Red Devil 15-yard line. This has been one of Beckley's best drives, and, of course, it started with a short punt, and they started with a short field.
One of the few times Beckley was able to get off the field on 3rd down and they reaped the benefits of great field position.
They'll go empty again. Richardson will take the snap. Pressure comes. He throws across the middle. It's almost intercepted and juggled. That was nearly picked at the goal line.
Yeah, and that ball was thrown to A.J. Thomas, and he was able to turn into a defensive back right there as he battled for the ball. But he missed Elijah Redfern going to the pylon. If he holds that for another tick, Elijah Redfern's wide open.
Yeah, Beckley very fortunate that that wasn't an interception.
But once again, I think that was a good down to throw on.
Oh, yeah, because now you come back, it's 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
It stops the clock. I think the Beckley to throw it was good there, and they were very fortunate they didn't get it picked. They can come back, and they still got 3rd and 2 here at the 15.
So here's where they're going empty, and that's quarterback draw.
Richardson. Here comes the pressure. They force him out of the pocket. Can't take a sack, and this one should have been picked off as he throws that ball right down the middle, and now it's 4th down. No question. I would think they would go for it. But they're down at 11. They're trying to get it to 8, and they'll line up and kick a field goal. But I thought they might line up and go for this. So with the ball at the 15, they'll put it at the 20. This makes a 32-yard field goal. No question the Beckley kicker could make it. But still, I would think that maybe they would have a better chance to pick up the first down than maybe make the field goal.
Well, Beckley's going to get a flag here if they don't. On their watch.
So here's the field goal attempt. It's down. The kick is up. It is good. And with 10-10 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Beckley's on the board. Your new score is Oak Hill 21, Beckley 13. That's the second field goal of the night for the Flying Eagles. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
Well, the latest Beckley drive, they were able to get a field goal out of it as the Flying Eagles were taking the ball when they got it off that short Oak Hill punt at the Red Devil 45. And if you're Oak Hill, that's probably really a win for their defense, wouldn't you think, Eric? Because Beckley had a short field, and you stopped them and you forced a field goal, and you still maintained an 8-point lead with 10-10 left in the game.
Exactly right. That Oak Hill defense came through when it needed to. They've been good offensively and defensively on 3rd down.
So now let's see if Beckley will dial up the onside kick or will they kick it deep.
I think I kick it away, and you have plenty of time, 10 minutes here. You have to kick it deep.
Here comes the kick, and it's going to be an onside kick. Takes the big hop, and Oak Hill will start this possession up over the 40. And they're giving up a lot of field position, and that they got the big hop, but also made it easy for Oak Hill to field. Red Devils don't score, and they can take 4 or 5 minutes off the clock and force Beckley to go the length of the field because Beckley, a touchdown and 2-point conversion would only tie the game.
That's right. So you're in the driver's seat if you're Oak Hill.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job. They're using the total play clock, not snapping it until it's 2-3 seconds on the play clock.
Right, and they break the huddle with 8. Now they might have to hustle here. We're under 8 minutes for the game. 2nd and 7 at the Beckley 44. And they're just going to get it off, or will they? They just do. Lewis on
Middle
the move.
screen.
He looks. Nobody open. He throws. It's caught. And that's a nice catch and a flag. We might have an illegal man downfield for Oak Hill.
73.
Yeah. So that would have been a Red Devil first down, but I think that's going to be negated because you had a lineman down the field.
Same instance what happened with Beckley in the second quarter. It was clearly downfield.
So they'll walk off the penalty. And the ball will come back.
Yeah, so it goes from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and the ball comes back. Still waiting for the referee to put it down.
It's 5 from the spot.
The line of scrimmage was the 44. Yeah, and they put it down at the 49. And the clock will run, so it'll be 2nd down. With 7:40 left in the game. And the Red Devils up 21-13. They've got to get to the 37. They're going to need 13 yards here on 2nd down. Lewis takes the snap to throw. Got a man out there, and he overshot him. He had a receiver out there, which was Spalding, and if he didn't overshoot him, that would have been a touchdown.
Well, and if you're Oak Hill, you killed the clock there, but you had to look up top. And if Beckley, you have to get off the field on this down. This is the money down.
And Oak Hill's got, that's where you're in your stripes, right?
Is where you're
in your stripes on both sides of the ball.
But
and this has been the play 3rd and long, down in distance, that have really hurt Beckley tonight.
I'm anxious to see how they play it. If they need to Beckley, that being Beckley, they need to play it like they just did. Don't bring pressure because Lewis is going to hurt you.
Or he might run it, or they might screen it. Yep.
But, yeah, just play straight up, kind of see if you can get to him with your front 4.
They look like they're going to dial pressure. Let's see if they back out of it. And the pressure comes. But here's the thing, Eric, wouldn't you agree? The whole playbook is still open in this situation.
Yes.
With 7:10 left, 2 timeouts, have the ball on their own 48. They need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion to tie. Out of the gun. Richardson takes the snap. Sets in the pocket to throw. Has time, now takes off running. He gets the ball across midfield, as there was good coverage downfield, and gets 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, good. He surveyed, didn't like what he saw, and took what the defense gave him, and that's what Richardson needs to do, live to play another down.
So he picked up 3, gets the ball across midfield to the Red Devil 49.
Well, Beckley's totally abandoned the run.
Yeah. And you said it on top. If Beckley can't run, it makes it much more difficult to win when they can't run the ball. Coming up, 6.5 minutes left in the game. So I think this is the drive if Beckley's going to get it done, and they need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion to tie. Richardson from the shotgun. Takes the shotgun snap. Oak Hill's only rushing 3. He steps up. Now he's going to take off running, and he jukes a guy, and he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, that's going to –
and a late flag comes in, and they may might be a late hit and tack 15 yards onto the end of the play.
Yeah, and, we agreed with the first no call, and I agree with this one because Richardson was well into white. I don't know who it was, maybe 56 for the Oak Hill Red Devils.
So that's a costly penalty for Oak Hill, and that happened at the 45. And if they tack the 15 on, that'll get the ball down to the Red Devil 30.
And you know what else happens right here? If Beckley was able to get out of bounds and stop the clock, or was he contacted before?
So that 15-yard penalty will move the ball down to the Red Devil 30-yard line, and with 6:17 left in the game, 2 timeouts. That's actually going to take it inside. Well, now let's put it at the 30. I thought that 45 and 15 is 30, but didn't you see? You saw what I saw right there.
Yeah,
the official was past the 30,
passed
didn't he?
it and turned around and put it in reverse.
Yeah. So from the 30 on the near side hash, with 6:17 remaining here in the fourth quarter, a new package of downs for Beckley. They got a break on that, a late hit out of bounds. And now Beckley looks like they might go back to the run here, Eric, as they go tight formation. Up under center, Richardson. They're going to run it to Waller. He's up inside. He's going to pick up 5, 6, down inside the 25. A good run on first down as he gets it to the Red Devil 24-yard line.
And I think that's Elijah Waller's first carry of the night.
So he got 6 on the play, and we're going to go under 6 minutes for the ball game. Or I should say in regulation, because if Beckley gets a touchdown 2-point conversion, who knows? We might have bonus football. We might have.
Yep, but if you're Oak Hill, you love the way, even right now, you love the way the game is going, because if you turn them away, you're able to turn them away, it's going to be under 3 minutes.
Here's Connor Ray with the run. And they have the ball down at the Red Devil 15 on 3rd down. Empty backfield. Richardson takes the snap to throw. He's got a man open, caught. 1st down. Touchdown, Beckley. And let's see, that's Elijah Redfern. He was able to make the catch, turn it up and in, and get in the end zone with 4:09 left in the game. That was a 7-play, 52-yard drive, and results right now in a Beckley touchdown. And now the big, important 2-point conversion as it's 21-19 with 4:09 left in the game.
So what do? Do you go in tight with your running game, or?
And here's the thing, Eric. Here's what's important. Beckley's taking a timeout.
Well,
so by taking a timeout now, if they don't get it, that only allows they only got 1 timeout left
and 1 first down.
Well, and if they don't get it, and they would onside kick it. If they don't get the 2-point conversion and Oak Hill recovers the onside kick, 1 first down, the game's over. So, you hate to burn a timeout on an extra point.
Yeah, you're right. But that, in essence, though, this is the play of the game.
It's so important. I understand why they took it, because you're like, hey, if we don't get the 2-point, nothing else matters. But they got to get the 2. But sometimes you think you're already thinking of that ahead of time, that you got your 2-point play. So if you do score, you're ready to get a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, and let's see what they dial up here, because, I saw Redfern, it was man coverage, but Lewis was way, way off. And I don't think
too big of a cushion.
You have to press right there. If they're going to beat me, it's going to be a tight throw over the top. I'm running them to the power.
And here's the thing. I think if you're Beckley, you want Richardson on the edge where he can run or throw.
Yes.
Because I don't think you want all or nothing. I don't think you want to run the ball and say it's all or nothing right here, because the game's on the line.
I would play 2-man game, but see, they're going to split Waller bottom of the screen against Gray, and it's man coverage up top. I would choose, if I was going to choose someone to throw at, I would throw at Gray at the bottom of the screen.
So from the 3-yard line, here's the 2-point conversion, try to tie the game. Richardson takes the snap, looks, throws, and it's deflected and no good. It was almost intercepted, and the Red Devils turn them away. So with 4:09 left in the game, Beckley's got 1 timeout left. Oak Hill is up 21-19. Everybody knows we got an onside kick coming. We'll take a quick break here on Video Productions.
Yeah, 1st down, game's over.
Yep. And we welcome you back to Van Meter Stadium here in Beckley. The Beckley scoring drive blown dead right at the snap of the ball. And I think they'll get Oak Hill for a false start. So that's a break for Beckley. Illegal shift.
Oh, they have to get set. Two people in motion, 2 people moving at the same time.
So the ball will go back to the 44-yard line and make it 1st and 15, and it does change things. Because now you need 15 to pick up a 1st down.
Oh, this is the formation where they run. If they run motion, it's going to be man up top, but I think they're running the ball here.
And they do run the ball up the middle, and that's going to go nowhere. That will go nowhere.
And
if you're Beckley, Eric, you got to wait and see. Yeah, I think you save the timeout. That will be no gain on the play.
This is gut check time right here for both Oak Hill's offensive line and Beckley's defensive line.
Well, another thing, too, Beckley knows Oak Hill's going to run the ball, and that penalty hurt him. So I wouldn't be surprised if Oak Hill runs maybe a little short pass, a little screen, something like that, because you still got to be able to try to win the game, and you got to get a 1st down. And if you try to run the ball, I think 3 straight times and punt, especially the way their punter has been, they haven't had a lot of success with that. I think they're going to throw it here. Malachi Lewis from the gun. And
timeout.
Oak Hill will take a timeout as they ran that play clock all the way down 3:17. So I think the Red Devils, I think here's they're going to be discussing. Do we run the ball? Do we throw the ball? And here's the case for running it. is you can run it. Beckley's got one timeout. They probably wouldn't take it until after you ran it on third down.
Correct.
And then the way their last 2 punts have not been very good, have been less than 10 yards. So that's why I think that they would risk throwing the ball here.
Yeah, because if you throw it, you're going to have an incompletion, but you're still going to – I think you set up a third down play because Beckley's going to be like, oh, well, they threw it on second down.
Then Beckley may not commit to the run, and you might be able to run a little bit. And third down's been the big money down for Oak Hill. So I think with 3:17 left, I think Oak Hill's going to throw it here.
I'm going to give you the play call, though. I think it's going to be an RPO. How they had him, like the little read option and that being Lewis.
With a chance to run or throw.
With a chance to run or throw. Get him on the edge and make that corner commit. Am I going to stay with this guy or am I coming up?
You want the ball in Malachi Lewis's hands. You want him to make that decision.
Guaranteed.
Do we run? Do we throw? And
That's
I think
right.
that would be the safe, smart play. But if you're Beckley, you got to be locked up on the receivers. You can't let somebody get behind you.
And I'm going to tell you, the left side of the field into the boundary is where they're going to run the ball if Lewis keeps it.
Man goes in motion, and you are right. He does keep it. It's a run that way all the way. And he's got a big gainer. As he gets across midfield and he gets the ball to the Beckley 46-yard line, the clock is turning. Beckley still got a timeout left. They won't use it here.
So this is going to be third and about 4.
Well, this is the game. Yeah, this is the game. Because if he gets a first down, Oak Hill can run the clock out. And they might think about they got 2 plays to get it. As now they'll put him down. I guess they say maybe slid. He looked like he was inside the 45. They'll put the ball at the Beckley 46-yard line. So it looks like he's going to need 4 yards on this play from the Beckley 46. Clock's turning. 14 on the play clock. 2:35 for the game. The Red Devils trying to hang on up to 21-19. Crowd getting into it on both sides. 5 on the play clock. Malachi Lewis. They hand it off to the edge. And it will be a Red Devil first down, and that, my friends, will seal the deal. Beckley could not get off the field on third down as J.D. Moritz able to pick up the first down. He hadn't had very many positive runs, but the one he needed, he got. And with 2:17, they'll run the clock, and Beckley can only stop it one more time. So a first down at the Beckley 39. And the clock turning. And Beckley still has the one timeout in their pocket.
And that last play came down to tackling. You had it stopped at the line of scrimmage, and just the will by Moritz right there was more than the Beckley defense.
4 on the play clock, and I'm sure Lewis is not going to take a chance of handing it off. He'll probably keep it as he does. And he's got a nice gain. And Beckley's going to have to call a timeout now, and they don't, and the clock continues to turn. So it'll be a second down play for the Red Devils at the Beckley 34. He got 5 on the play. And now, Eric, if you're Oak Hill, you don't have to snap until you get up under a minute. And Beckley apparently not going to call a timeout, doesn't look like. We're coming up on 1:05 for the game.
The only thing can save you, Beckley, here if you can create a turnover here.
5 on the play clock. We're under a minute for the game. Lewis will keep it himself. He'll go up inside. He'll get the ball to the Beckley 30, and now Beckley will call a timeout with 50 seconds left. But here's the thing, Eric. Even if you stop them, you're only going to have the ball back with
20 seconds.
Well, not even that, right? Because you can run the ball. Because they call a timeout, you can run the ball.
Well, they have 2 downs.
Right. As I say, the game is essentially over, yeah.
The game is over.
And if they run it 2 downs and they don't make it, yeah, you're only going to have the ball back with maybe 15 seconds.
Yeah, the game is over. Oak Hill has come into Beckley and knocked them out of the playoffs.
The ball's at the Beckley 31. This was senior night, big crowd, beautiful night here in Beckley tonight. Beckley scored first. They led 7-0. Oak Hill, and I think the big play there, Oak Hill scored right before halftime to go up 14-10, and then they scored on their first possession of the second half.
3rd and 19 drive. That's what we're going to call it, the 3rd and 19 from the 8. We're able to pick up the first down and go down and punch it in right before halftime.
Before halftime.
Receive the football, possessed.
Serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Welcome back to Van Meter Stadium in Beckley. The Oak Hill Red Devils have beat the Flying Eagles 21-19 as Beckley first led in the ball game 7-0. The Red Devils tied it at 7. Beckley regained the lead at 10-7, and then a big momentum switch is right before halftime. The Red Devils able to score on a pass, but what led to that was a big 3rd and 19 that Malachi Lewis, Eric, able to scramble, get 20 yards, keep the drive alive. They went down and scored, and there was 4 seconds left in the half. They had that momentum. The Red Devils took the kickoff of the second half, marched down and scored, up 21-10, and they hang on and beat Beckley 21-19.
Yeah, this was a gritty win by Oak Hill. My hat's off to Malachi Lewis. He played with poise. He played with toughness. He was a true team leader tonight, and he led Oak Hill to victory.
With this win, the Red Devils, I'm sure, have locked up a playoff spot. They were 11 coming in. They'll go to 8-1. Beckley was right on the edge. They were 16th. They will fall to 5-4. We'll take our first Pioneer Community Bank post-game show. When we come back, Eric will have the numbers for you, and we'll do that on the other side of the break, streaming here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Access Health is your medical home, committed to providing comprehensive health care to ensure the health and well-being of you and your family. Offering a variety of primary care services, Access Health specializes in women's health, pediatrics, family practice, adult medicine, and behavioral health. Our staff offers quality personal care with exceptional service and innovative technology to keep you and your family well. Access Health, we're your medical home.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Football season is starting and the all-star lineup of new Kias are here at Friendship Kia of Beckley. We have the playbook to help you score the big win on your new Kia purchase. We make sure you get the best price with almost all of our new cars priced at invoice. And don't forget, we have one of the largest selections of inventory to help find you that perfect ride. We have a roster full of non-commissioned sales staff and an any reason 7-day exchange program. So get off the bench and get a new Kia from your friends at Friendship Kia of Beckley.
We're dealing. Welcome back to Van Meter Stadium. The Beckley Flying Eagle Marching Band entertaining the fans that are still here. Most of them was headed for the exits early when Oak Hill pulls off the win at Beckley 21-19. And, Eric, you have the numbers of this thrilling Red Devil victory.
Yeah, 21-19, a thrilling victory by the Oak Hill Red Devils. And Oak Hill came in and they racked up 286 yards of total offense, Mares, but 188 on the ground, to Beckley's 82 yards on the ground and 184
And as you
total
said,
yards.
and we both talked about it way back in the pregame, for Beckley to win, that couldn't happen.
Great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but Brian moves! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
We welcome you back one last time here at Van Meter Stadium in Beckley. The Oak Hill Red Devils defeat the Flying Eagles 21-19. The Red Devils are 8-1. They came in number 11. Eric, I'm sure they'll move up, and if they can beat University in their final regular season game, they may be able to move into the top 8. And strangely enough, I don't think their field would be approved because it's not turf and they only have bleachers on one side. I don't know that to be fact, but how ironic would it be if they did get in the top 8 and they hosted a game here in Beckley? That would be really crazy, wouldn't it? Should that happen?
Yeah, and after having knocked Beckley out of the playoffs, I think Beckley would have a slim chance of maybe making the playoffs if they can pull out a victory at a tough George Washington on the road.
George Washington was 14 coming in tonight. Do you have a result on them?
Did they have a bye this
week?
Well,
either way, because if they're 14th, you figure even if they did have a bye, they're not going to jump up that high.
They didn't. George Washington beat Capital tonight 65-6.
So you figure beating Capital at 14, they're going to need a win next week themselves to try to move maybe into the top 8. So that'll be a tough game, Beckley on the road next week. Yes. But for us, we're not sure where we'll be next week. The one place we are sure is Monday. We'll have volleyball of the sectional tournament. It'll be Beckley, Princeton, Oak Hill, and Greenbrier East, and that'll be brought to you in part by Massey Power Sports. We'll have that Monday and Wednesday, and then just follow our Facebook feed, and we'll let you know if we have a game, because Beckley's at GW, and we know we won't be at that. We know that Independence and Shady wrapped up their regular seasons tonight, and Liberty is on the road at Wyoming East, and I don't think we'll end up doing that one. So could be the next high school game, could be playoff time, but whatever it is, we appreciate our entire staff here is always doing a great job. Jackie Moon on camera, Chris Farish, of course, the stat guy, and, of course, the man that makes everything happen, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins. For my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Oak Hill beats Beckley 21-19. Good night, everybody.